So I was at a period of time where I was like, yo, life is really, I had a Gardaí situation as well. Shit, I got attacked. I got a lighter fluid thrown on me in Cork, and I lost my hearing for some time. Ended up in the hospital.
Wait.
I hate this bitch. Nigga said the craziest shit. I just wanted to say true.
That's how Tommy came in and said it wasn't anything there. I just get
Pause right now. Pause right
it. Hold up.
Let's talk about that. What happened?
Cause you know I'm trying to change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see gas, we
Before you retire, let me be on this show at least one time.
I'm not going to record.
Yeah, no problem.
Everything's recorded, so don't say anything stupid.
We'll never say anything stupid in Jesus' name.
Amen.
How are you doing, bro?
I'm good, dude.
This has been. Do you know what it is, Kestine? If it wasn't for you today, yeah, because you've shown the pod like low since 3 at the back days.
Yes, sir.
So we're doing it like in my mom's house.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you today, I'm not podding because the way I feel. Do you ever get like end of year fatigue when it gets like the end of the year?
Yes, I hear that.
Especially when the seasonal changes as well.
I hear that.
You just feel constant like a wave of like tiredness.
I hear that.
Like you, because you wake up, it's dark. You're driving back from work at 4 p.m. and it's dark.
Yeah.
So you're in a constant state of like, I'm just
Fatigue.
tired. Yeah, fatigue, and I'm like, I just need a day to myself.
Right.
But that's like non-existent when you become like a father.
I was going to bring that point up. So I don't know where you think you're resting at
Yeah,
all.
because today my wife, she's in Milan for the day because her friend's birthday.
Shout out to your wife. I'm a huge fan as well. Please. Anyway, sorry.
So she's in Milan for a day.
Yeah.
And my son obviously is with my mom. So I was gonna just take today to rest, but I was like, nah, man, Kestine has shown so much love for the pod that we cannot show for the boy. How you doing though?
I'm good though. We're still here. Life has shown me shaggy, but we're still here.
Look at the hoodie. Come on.
Charge it.
Come on.
You can't see the back.
Hey, that's original merch.
we still have merch from.
What size do we have?
I don't even. There's a couple. I have to check.
Yo, if you want free merch, hit us up.
Yeah. DM us. And then
Also, nobody's found it yet.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's gonna find it.
No, yeah.
Nobody's gonna find it.
That's why when you tell me to do it, I'm like, what's the point? Nobody ever looks.
I
at
know,
this.
but you know what's called
You need it there.
analytics in it.
You need it there.
All right, let me make you guys laugh here. I just want to charge to the game real quick.
Calm.
So the other day, yeah, I wake up and I'm hungry, and there's like meat pie in the fridge. I think you give me a Scotch egg as well.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, meat pie in the freezer.
Right.
So anyways, I take meat pie out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave. You know, I was like, let me warm the meat pie for a little bit. Then I'll put the Scotch egg in there. And then, so it can be warm together.
Yeah.
After like a minute and a half, the meat pie isn't warm. So I put it in for longer. I also put the Scotch egg in for longer.
Right.
I wasn't thinking, yeah. Anyways, I pop it out now. I feel the Scotch egg. I was like, oh, this is calm. It's not even that hot. I take a bite into it. It blows up. It literally explodes. And it burns the shit out of my lip. And you know when you have one of those moments here that you just stare into the imaginary camera like
like the office. Like in the office, like Michael
bro,
look at the camera.
Like, I bit into it and it literally it exploded. And I just did this.
What you eat in the end?
Charge it.
The rest of half of it exploded. The other half was grand.
That was reminding me of a story. I think GTG put out a clip, and some girl was talking about how she got food and she was gonna go surprise her man, and she caught the guy cheating, and while she's coming to surprise her man with the food, and they were gonna like have a good time.
Right.
She caught him cheating because there's another guy there.
Okay.
And as she telling this story, at the end, Ree goes, "What happened to the food though?" I was like, why is that important? Like, that's what I'm asking. What did you eat in the end?
That's why Reed's the funniest on the podcast.
It's like, I was listening to the story. I'm like, I completely forgot she even bought food because the story was about cheating. She always about. So, what did you eat in the end?
The other half of
The other
chick.
How are you doing? How you doing, bro?
Oh, bro, I'm cool, man. Just living life, doing my thing. All
Yeah.
you guys.
You're looking good, babe.
I look tiny.
Like, no homo. But you're looking good, babe.
I'm sick of this.
Like,
Niggas just can't compliment other niggas.
No Diddy, man.
no Diddy.
There was a comment on one of her clips. Someone said Diddy looks good, and I said no homo. I said, don't say he looks good.
But you look good. You're looking.
Thank God for Johnny Messi.
Fair play, man.
Side note, I look. I don't really come out and tweet and shit like that.
Yeah.
But If I speak with Amelia, banger of an episode.
I only got through half of it.
Fucking banger of an episode. First of all,
Dongo, fair play, man.
First of all, Dongo's gotten so much better at interviewing. He's bro, he's gotten so much better. Second of all, I'm not going to lie. If I was Amelia, fuck everybody. I'm not forgiving nobody. I'm not forgiving nobody. It's fuck everybody. Me and mines, we held it down. Don't come and chat to me when things are good.
100.
Don't be my friend when things are good.
100.
Because you weren't there when I wanted to jump.
Yeah. You're not lying, Dave.
But no, man, like fucking cold episode. I didn't know that was her story. Incredible.
Amelia, come on the pod, man. Come on the pod and chat to us as well.
And give credit to Dongo. He's really, I think, mastered the art of podcasts.
Yeah.
I like season 1. I saluted down in Cork, but really, right now, he's murking it. Yeah. So fair play, man.
I think the intention was to come in as an entertainer. Because that's how the moment was, the clip, something that was gone. It was entertaining. Yeah. And I think you want to follow up on the momentum you have, especially if you've never done podding or content and you've never seen what it was. You'd be like, okay, this is what I gave people and this is what got me here.
Yeah.
Let
keep
me
that
just
up.
keep that up.
Yeah, which I hear.
I think you have to create from a place of authenticity and you have to create a place from within and yourself. Other than that, you'll just become a character and a caricature and you look at yourself and you'll be like, that's not really me and I don't want to do that. And you might be giving people what they want, but... Which has actually brought me to a point like I wanted to ask you because I was having this conversation. You create and you do music, and I think I was talking to like Dave and Ron, and in terms of like creating, and they're talking about we have to get past the point of creating just for our peers to like share, like and whatever, and to get that validation.
Absolutely.
Okay, and they said we have to create for a bigger picture, which I agree. Yeah, but I also my take is also I don't think there's anything also wrong for creating for what you think your community will value. Like, I don't think, if this is on a big scale. Someone like Kendrick, he creates with the intention of, like, this is for me and mine. Obviously, it translates and it goes big, like, To Pimp a Butterfly, when it's talking about the black experience in America. And even DeMar DeRozan was on the Breakfast Club. He says, when Kendrick is rapping about, even in Good Kid, Mad City, about the roads, the streets, the names, the slang he's using, it's like, this is for us.
Okay.
He's just fortunate in a way that it's able to translate past that. But if you want to create from a place of, like, you know what? My creative drive comes from me creating it for my community and my people, and that's what drives me creatively. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it, or do you think it's still small-minded that you should create with a bigger goal?
There's nothing wrong with it, without a shadow of a doubt. I think, look, we're starting off. Our scene is at the baby steps. Grand, I guess, because we're at the very onset of this. I hear where they're coming from, but again, my personal goal is not just to touch my ends in Cork and Dublin. At the end of the day, I want to be able to get the people down in the UK, down in the States. I want that relatability factor. I want my music to translate. Again, I completely understand from the perspective of starting off. Look, Plantain did it with Vela.
Yeah.
You know, we're in Dublin. Something that's very, very relatable, calm. But at the end of the day, if you want to get to those levels that Jordan is going at right now, and because for me, I'm competitive. I want to be able to compete with J. Cole and Kendrick. I don't think that's enough. I don't think that suffices. So you got to think beyond that.
You say that, but American rap is very American. Like, they really do what they want to do. They have their own references, and it's on us to go figure out what they're talking about. Even UK rap as well. So why do we have to pander and change?
I'm not saying pandering and changing. I'm saying that I don't think it's enough to just give references that the locals will understand. That's
I think
what I'm
Santa and Dave kind of does it as well. Like early days Santa and Dave, maybe not so now.
Right.
Like when I listen to early days Santa and Dave, they come up, which is kind of to your point, and we made this point about Cello. There was a lot of references about like football and where
Aggie.
Yeah, like if it was something about football, about where it's coming up, about the south of London,
that,
like so I get like maybe at the start creatively, even Nas, like New York State of Mind.
I hear that.
It's about like
it's about New York.
Sometimes you're just lucky that I've never been to New York, but I'm listening to New York State of Mind, and I can imagine myself walking around New York. Sometimes you're so good at your craft that it translates. But I don't. Because when Ron and Dave said it, I understand the sentiment. We just can't be so small-minded and be like, oh yeah, but like Kestine and Dave are going to share and I'm going to get the validation from that.
100.
And I'm going to be like, yeah,
100.
But I still think like, if you have to do what drives you creatively. Yeah. And if creatively is like, you are a cello and you're rapping about, you're being from Dublin, but you don't know shit about me. Like you're rapping about Bonog and that's where your creative drive is. I don't think you should force it like, okay, like I have that song, but I don't think it'll translate with the people in the UK.
Grant.
So I'm not going to do that song. I'm going to do something that I think will translate because now I don't think you're being authentic, if that makes sense.
Again, building blocks. Start off with that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, don't be stuck with that. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things, like as long as it doesn't become a gimmick. Like, okay, like rappers is always going to be a personal thing.
Absolutely.
And your references are always going to be things that you know and your experiences, right? So maybe Dave did start off at that place, but it wasn't a thing of like, I need to change.
Yeah.
It's just that I got money now.
It evolved.
It
evolved.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I think, like, bro, like at the end of the day, be you, be authentic, and your authentic you right now is you are walking down the street, not on the street.
Yeah.
You are living, you are going Vela, you are doing this. You get what I'm saying?
And that'll
then
resonate.
when you get to a certain level, you are going to be in Paris.
Yeah.
You are going to be in this
You're going to
place.
be a niggas. What do you think we made niggas in
Paris.
Paris? Because niggas are in Paris.
Yeah, but because
Even you, Kestine, one of your your biggest song is the one about Cork. You put like Tale of a
Black Irish Cork City gang.
You're repping your end and it was authentically talking about Cork, and for some reason that has translated. I've never been. I've still not been to Cork.
you don't want to go there.
Nigga, why are you talking shit?
I'm talking.
Why are you talking shit about my county?
I'm just telling
Stop.
you. There's not really.
You come. You
bare
come.
space.
I was saying this to Ree. right? Because I was on GTG and I was saying it to
You don't
Ree.
want to go there.
There's not there.
There's an ambiance in Cork, right? Cork Jazz Festival. You've never been to New Orleans, but you know the way they do that, like Mardi Gras, all that
Yeah, cool.
vibe. Like you come to us.
So we're talking about 1 week out of
I'm not talking about 1 week. I'm just. Oh, you're frustrating me, guy.
I've been to Cork enough times. Yeah, just hills and space. Just mountain ranges and space. That's all there is.
People from Cork love telling you they're from Cork.
Cork Bay.
Yeah, but
My Irish is going Cork Bay. I'll bitch with a hurling. Cork all day thing.
But isn't it just because they feel like they need to overdo?
No, it's because we were the capital originally.
Yeah, and there's a reason they took that shit.
There's no going on
Like,
there.
and that's not something you should be proud of. They downgraded you.
They said, nah, not good enough, man.
Bro,
Give to them, man.
when you
Give to
go
them,
there,
man.
yeah,
Give to them, man.
when I tell you, bro, it's just space. They have so much space that they don't utilize. The fucking city looks old as shit. It's just fucking mountain ranges on mountain ranges.
Wait.
Back, nigga.
Don't you think the same resources that was put into Dublin would have been put into us if we were the capital?
Well,
we would have utilized all that shit.
If you were those niggas, they wouldn't have snatched
We
that
were. We are those niggas.
Not your chain.
shit. And all you do is say, we used to have it. We used to be the champion. What's good? Actually, I have a fucking question here.
Go on, yeah.
All of these rappers and all their skits and all of that, why is it never girls with Irish accents? It's always a girl with the UK accent, a Canadian,
If
American.
you're brave, name a rapper.
It has never been a fucking Tyler accent.
If you're brave, name a rapper that does that.
Travis knows.
Okay.
Well, you knew who was talking about. I knew. Yeah.
Well, it's not just them. Every single song that I've heard that's had a fucking voice note or something. It is never an Irish girl.
No, because I was gonna say Oggy. Cello did have like Sophie McGuinness, but they weren't speaking.
They weren't speaking.
They were in the video.
That's not video is different. You're not flying out babes. That's different. I'm talking about the voice note that's being played
Good
on
question,
the
Dinch.
skit. Why is it never Irish?
Is it because the Irish accent isn't perceived as sexy?
Hey,
Is it?
I didn't say it.
Is it because the
You
Irish
sure
accent?
about that? Because the Brit lad said the Irish accent on the women is very.
Yeah, James
appealing.
and Fuhad did say this.
So,
saw
I don't know.
James and Fuhad said this.
Well, but I also think it's one of those situations where you appreciate things that aren't from home. Like what's called?
It's new.
In the Irish, for the Irish law, the UK accent was it. The UK law, the Irish accent is it.
Yeah.
The American law, do you get what I'm saying? Everybody, it's the same way that everybody disses the other gender from their country. UK guys are Irish. I mean, what's called UK girls?
UK guys are not-
this,
yeah,
UK
the
guys are
Americans.
this. Irish guys are the ones. The Irish girls are like, nah.
It's the ones after a while it becomes men in Nigeria will never let you pay for anything. Yes, but they will have a kid on you. You won't pay for things, but you can have another
They
kid.
want to use your ruler as your head as a ruler.
They want to measure something on your forehead. It's not what to do with it. It's all that bad guys. leave them out of it. But that's a good. I've never because when you were saying, I was thinking of all the voice notes I've heard. On the first Travis and Else album, they used Dongo's voice note, but it wasn't a girl.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about girls. The
Yeah,
only one that
yeah.
I've seen is Joe, but that was his girlfriend.
Oh yes.
Joe Vinci.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
his girl. So
I don't know. Actually, I've not one of those
this
things.
is the
that
weird things my brain thinks.
Yeah, I've not.
Because I just want to know.
I hear it. But what do you think? You actually are an Irish rapper. What do you think they're not using the Irish accent?
One, are there any females? Are there any Irish girls that are stepping forward to want to do it?
It's a voice note. It's not. It's not like your.
I bet you if you ask Irish girls, they'll want to do it.
Okay.
You could definitely.
Number two, does it make sense with the art? I don't know. Like Travis and Els, I'm trying to think of the song where they did that or the video or whatever. So I don't know. I don't like me personally. I do it.
I think it's on a new project.
Yeah,
I can't remember what
it's
it's called.
I can't remember the name of the song. But
I can't remember the song. There's definitely a voice note, and then Travis like does most of the rapping on that track.
Is it Forgive Me? Forgive Me by Travis?
And the Irish accent is so weird. Like, you've got the neutral Irish accent. You've got the Irish accent. So, like...
But that's the thing. You think your Irish accent is neutral.
Like, I've got a bit of an American twang when I speak. Sometimes when I speak. You still hear my Irish bits in there. So, I... Like, those girls that were talking there, like, would that be their natural... Like, I know you interpreted it as American or whatever.
No, these are American.
Okay, never mind.
And with Travis right now...
Yeah.
I'll give it to him because niggas in America.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Because even the new videos, I think he did it in America.
He did.
Yeah.
First of all,
Nah, not 4K.
video was cold.
Shout out to Gliders. Shout out to Gliders.
Video was popping.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll say about the Gliders.
Aesthetically.
Aesthetically, everything they do looks beautiful.
Yeah. But big budget though. It's like Sandoz a 5 for Williams. Sandoz a 5 for the pod Williams. Quick intro.
Yeah, let's
we get into this some shit. Right. Anyways, here we are charged.
Bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs.
You know what's crazy? I don't even know how that started.
Finish it.
I'm Danny J, but you must call me Jordan. I'm here with.
You know it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dage, nigga, the Midas touch.
Come on. Who here today?
Wow. Let me do my own.
Don't flop.
Everybody does this.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Introduce yourself now. Do you know? I think that's
all right. Go on. Let me just right up. All right. The Irish call me Kestine. My mama calls me Kestine. Representing Cork City all day. What's up? My name's Kestine. I think that's 6.
Mid.
Anyways, Kestine, on charge every week we do a quiz.
Yeah.
We do 5 questions each, 5 from me, 5 from Dage.
All right, come.
We have 2 lifelines, ask Dage, ask Jordan. I don't know his questions, he doesn't know my questions.
Yeah.
You can only use it, they can only ask Dage when I'm
Why you explain like I don't know this thing?
Please. You might have new listeners
true.
that people
Apologies.
are listening just because you're on the podcast, so they need to understand the rules. So play at home, leave a comment there as well if you need to.
Perfect.
Who do you want to go first, or Dage, will I go first? Will you get the...
Who do you want to go first?
Who do you want to go first?
Let's go with you, sir.
Okay. So, question 1. Which Cork City football club did Roy Keane play for?
Cork City Football Club.
Yep. Before.
Cork Celtics. Cork. I don't know football like that.
Yeah, but say that's
Cork Football Club.
He's the most famous person to come out of Cork. We should have done something about
I'm not gonna lie, don't even look my way.
Cork Football Club. Cork Rovers.
No. Cove Ramblers. Where's Cove?
Cove.
Yeah.
Cove.
I bet it's far.
It's far. It's far.
Question number 2. You're from a science background.
Yes, sir.
Which law states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed? It can only be changed from one form to another.
Energy of conservation.
Yeah, law of conservation energy. Yeah, I'll give it to you. 1. Drake dropped Back to Back as a diss to Meek Mill. What was the name of the song that preceded this in the beef? So before Back to Back, drop song.
I don't know.
For Meek Mills.
Yeah.
I know.
For back to back. I don't know.
Wanna ask Dage?
I know.
You said it does, you know it?
I know.
All right, come, Dage.
Charged up.
Charged up. Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
what I started
Charged
with
up.
because you waited 4 days, niggas, where y'all at. So that's 2 questions right for you. 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory, and Young Sheldon are all created by the same person. What's his name?
You're
People
twat.
ask me about questions.
Yeah, you're twat. I love the show and I watch it.
It's always in the credit. The first thing you see in the credit.
Nah, I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know it.
Chuck Lorre. Victoria Adeyinka was the first winner of the Personality of the Year award at the Big Awards.
Right.
Name the 2 after her.
Personality.
Personality of the Year. Victoria Adeyinka won it the initial year, the very first year, and then there's been 2 since. Who are the 2?
Victor Alfred.
That's 1.
Dammy.
Let me hope this 2. Yeah. It's 3 out of 5 over here.
Thank you, sir. All right. How many did Fiona get?
Last time 8, so you have to get 5 out of 5 for each question. You're not getting 5.
I'll be tying it. Yeah.
Well, her record is 9. The record is 9.
This girl.
That's how she got
Fiona, we salute you. Okay.
How many London underground stations are there?
Don't even.
5?
Underground.
Underground?
You would have been better if you said 500 closer.
270.
Yeah, I knew 500 would be way closer than 5.
Alright, go on.
What period in European history followed the Middle Ages but preceded the Industrial Revolution?
Middle Ages. Oh my god.
Follow the Middle Ages, but
preceded
before,
the...
okay, after the Middle Ages, before the Industrial Revolution.
That was a
After
question
the
that wasn't
Middle-
written right last time.
Okay.
After the Middle Ages.
But before the Industrial Revolution.
Industrial, middle, and I don't know.
Bro, you asked me tough questions, man. No, I don't know.
Not gonna give a guess now. Just literally name any... You know what? That's where people fuck up. They don't guess.
But I'm blank right now, so
Yeah,
I would guess.
pressure gets
No, I just don't like middle age. Like
I don't know.
So you're not gonna give a guess now?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, the Renaissance.
Oh yeah, I know that because it's junior cert history. Not gonna lie. Like when do you know when you say something and you remember? Oh, I actually have that information somewhere in my head.
That's why I be telling people to just
Yeah.
guess. Just guess something
But
random.
I wouldn't have guessed
I
until
wouldn't.
you said it. I was like,
Alright.
oh yeah, I
Um,
remember. Yeah.
In the popular TV show One on One,
Yes,
what was Brianna's boyfriend's name?
Brianna's boyfriend's name, the one that plays the guitar. I mean, with
Oh, do you know I did watch 101 till I went away to New York and I watched like 6 seasons in the hotel.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch 101.
Nah, but One on One is a class.
Like I always tell you, when all these shows are coming out, I didn't know English. Like I didn't. I didn't watch it.
Tony.
Arnez.
I don't.
I have one question here, but I'm not sure if I've asked before.
Go on.
What is the term for an animal that only eats plants? Did I ask John that?
I know that.
You don't know, you didn't ask John.
Okay, go ahead.
Animal that only eats plants. Shiza. No.
I think I know that.
Animal that only
Use
eats
your
plants.
lifeline.
Animal. Herbivore.
Yes. Which comedian played a pimp named Slickback in the Boondocks?
Say again. What comedian?
Which comedian played a
Cat
pimp named
Williams.
Slickback? Yeah, you're right. Cat Williams.
I think you got 6.
Shame on me. I did that Cork one.
Yeah. Because Roy Keane is like, I was like, it's a core question. Roy Keane is the most
I thought you were gonna ask me a basketball question. That's why I was like,
Roy Keane is like the most famous person to come out of Cork. Definitely. Like
100%.
Who else have you got?
Michael Collins.
Who gives off?
Michael Collins.
Is famous in Ireland. Roy Keane is famous globally. Like,
Okay.
if you
Key
watch
and the Crow.
I'm not going to lie
Roy
to you.
Keane captain Man United.
Key and the Crow.
Who was he?
Who is that?
You know what I mean?
I've been drinking all alcohol for the last time.
Yeah, Roy Keane's more famous than him.
Yeah? All right, come.
Like, just because you know, some people, their art is more famous than actually them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I hear that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even Loki Jordan, I think his art is more famous than him.
Because of the brand, because people didn't. A lot of us didn't watch him play. A lot of people like you watch basketball, so
yeah,
you like
yeah,
you're not
exactly.
a casual. But
Okay,
for a
fair.
casual,
All right, I hear.
you probably know Jordan. The brand. Soon it happened to 50 Cent that his power and his TV show and be the executive for
Yeah.
a newer crowd.
Yeah.
They won't be as attached to Get Rich or Die Trying as we were to the art, and they'll be like, oh, 50 Cent. They'll be like, oh yeah, that's the guy that does power, and power will be the thing that people actually.
Not
remember.
to a casual, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, to a casual, Jordan, the brand, definitely. But
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna ask Kestine because it's been a long time since we've actually had a conversation with you, so this is kind of like a catch up as well.
Wait. Before we get there,
Let's go.
First of all, shake my hand.
What happened?
Kestine is one of the people that has been like through every podcast I've done.
Yeah.
Kestine's listened.
You don't understand.
Kestine's been a day one, like for real.
10
day
or
one.
11 years, maybe.
No, it's not very
Nah, because I remember it was in college. Yeah, maybe
it's
that
at
was the
least
first
2013.
first year of college.
2017.
I was
2017, so nearly 10 years.
I was washing the floors in KFC listening to you. Like, guy,
Yeah, because I started Tree at the back 2016, 2017.
Yeah,
like
2017.
it's been time since I've been listening to you, man.
Yeah, bro, man. I fucking appreciate it. Like,
Yeah.
Kestine is really a fucking
Even when you went to radio.
Look, man, that's a real nigga,
But I
man.
was telling him when you went to the toilet, I was saying like today was one of those days because I was like my kids at my mom's and Simi's in Milan. I could have been like, I just wanted this day to myself, but because it was him, I was like,
I'm
yeah,
telling you now, the only reason we're here is because of you.
if it wasn't
Like,
you, I was like,
also,
well,
just let you niggas know, we're not here next week.
yeah.
We're not here next
And
week.
we might not come back now.
Wait, okay. Well, also, while we're here, fam, I feel like this episode's gone all over the place. While we're here, we are the podcast of the year.
For now, relax.
Yeah, and
Because they keep claiming it. GTG's coming.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the thing is, we know that they're coming, and I will happily hand over the title to them. But until then, until they win it,
Make sure you comment and
it's
subscribe.
ours. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll let you know that we're the reigning champions. And let's leave it there. Anyways,
Yo, yeah,
let's
Kestine.
catch up.
Yes,
How
sir.
was it going, man? Because you were here before before the rebrand when we were still
Tree at the back. That's the last time I was
That's
here.
the last time you were on the
Yeah.
Your parents' walls were yellow back then. When it
But
was on
yeah, now it's like it's changed and they have lights in their sitting room.
Yeah.
So everything has changed.
Bruh.
How's it been? How have you been, like, life-wise?
We thank God, dude. Honestly, we thank God. I got married.
Okay. How's that? How did you propose? Let's get back.
How did I propose?
Let's start
Now my own was sick. All right, cool.
Go on,
So,
true.
shout out to So for myself, I do a bit of acting on the side. So I was gonna take my girl to Barcelona. We're just gonna go for a couple of days. So I told her that because I had been getting a lot of auditions for acting, I told her, right, I got a role, and there's a director up in Spain that just wants to do like an audition with me. So while we're over there in Spain, we're gonna, for like a couple of hours, spend some time over there. Come, no wahala. I got permission from her mom, dad, all that jazz, her sisters, cool. Got the ring, went over to Barcelona.
Quick pause. Did you know what ring she wanted, or did you just freestyle it?
No. Because I wasn't gonna spend that amount of money without knowing what she wanted. So I brought her with me and was like, right, what do you like? Funny thing though, what she said that she wanted originally, when we went to the store, wasn't what she got.
Yeah.
So if I went off that, I
was the same. I vetoed. I knew what Simi wanted, and I saw the ring, and I was like, "This feels more like Simi." I bought that one. I kept the receipt though. Let's not be mad. In case I was wrong.
I'm not spending this amount of money.
I've been wrong before. I've been wrong before. But yeah, so then you got the ring.
Got the ring. I got a event planner in Barcelona to help me out. I can't remember what the garden. It's like a really historic place. Anyway, nice garden place. She decorated it. Nice balloons. I sent her photos of me and my missus from back when we were in college to now. She hung the photos on the balloons. Nice, intimate. When we walked in, as we walked, because there's a song that I wrote for my girl that got radio. So the first song that I got for radio play was a song of mine called "Roll With Me," which is about my woman. So as we walked into the garden place, you can hear that song playing, "Roll With Me." She's like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" So
Did she not have any idea? Or
she had no clue. No, she had no clue. And you know what? The day that I proposed, she fought with me. Typical woman. Typical woman. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember why she fought.
It's never important. You never remember what the fight's
woman.
about.
Anyway, Sha, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna propose to you right now. Like you're missing blessing. Anyway, so we dressed up, calm. Went to the garden place. Like I said, the song was playing. She was surprised. She started crying. We went through all the photos with the balloons, flowers all over the gaff. I had my speech prepared, wrote it. I said my spiel, went down on my knee, proposed, started crying. Then we had Michael Jackson.
Came back from the dead.
No, that's what I was thinking.
I was like, bro, that money different.
Go James back.
Then we had a Michael Jackson song playing that we both love, and then we went dinner, and then I had a nice present afterwards.
Okay, because you're a rapper,
do
your bars have to be extra heavy? Do you have to do you be like writing like, okay, what am I going to say to this woman? Start throwing in similes, metaphors, cross that out.
And then you have to say, yo, babe, did you catch that?
Wait,
I was referencing our first year together with our second year together, and now.
Dude, when I said this street, remember we walked down that street.
I simplified it. Yes, usually I would do it, but I simplified it, and the photos kind of spoke to that. Okay. So I simplified it. I let her know what was on my heart, and I'm ready to be. Her man.
And then the wedding planning. Obviously, what's that like? Is it because you're funny enough, Tom's hit me up this week saying, yo, bro, it's stressful. Congrats, my boy Tom's actually.
Congratulations.
Tom's got engaged. Shout out Tom. But yeah, so then what's that like?
We actually put a hold on that because we got a 4-bedroom house. So
we'll get into all of that. We'll get into that. So the wedding hasn't happened yet.
No, so the big, because I'm Nigerian, she's Nigerian, she's Yoruba, and we're both firstborn. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's going to be a big thing. Gonna be heavy. And I'm a pastor's kid as well. Yeah. Right? So we don't have the money to do the big extravaganza, so we just got legally married.
Okay, for now, yeah.
For now. I still have to pay my bride price. So, because the village people say we're not married yet. So I still have to do that.
Yeah. Until you do the trial, you're not married.
100. So we are planning that one, but I'd say it's not going to be for like another 2 years. Because the house that took our money back.
And how is then married life been, like living together, and how's that experience? Because
we've been together for 11 years now, because I met her in college.
Yeah.
this is the first time we're actually living together. Like, yeah, we spent like 2-3 weeks together or whatever. Like, I love her, but she annoys the shit out of me.
That's real love.
What I mean by that is I like my shit in designated areas. She's clean, but she's messy. She throws all shit all over the guy. I'm like, yo, you know this is meant to be here. So that's just one little peeve. Like I said, it's again adapting because I've had my own space for so long. She's had her own space. But yeah, I like this phase that we're in. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy it because.
How long are you living together?
Since June. So.
Okay, so it's only early days.
Oh, this year,
yeah.
Still early days. So
how has your relationship with your now wife changed from before you were married to after you're married?
I love this because I got these questions.
I don't think
I get to enjoy discussions.
Honestly, like I'll ask you that as well, but I don't think it's changed that much. Like what I mean by that, like I'm still like we're still obsessed with each other as we were back there. We still fight and all that jazz and quarrel. I've just had to learn because here's the thing: I've just had to learn to be more patient. I thought I was patient, but my dad said it like you won't know patience until you live with a woman. So honestly. That's just for my personal growth. Like I've just had to learn to be more patient, but I don't think anything has changed in terms of the dynamics of our relationships. Like, do you think any from?
No, it changed a little for me. Anyways, it changed a little bit because I could tell
before you even had your son.
Yeah. But when we moved together and we got married, I could tell like she was feeling more secure within the relationship. That she, like, for them, it's like I've given this guy at the time 5-6 years, and I don't have any. We don't live together. We don't have a house together. We don't kids. There's nothing really tying us together. So sometimes that creates like a level of anxiety for women, even though you know like this is my person. I'm gonna marry you. Chill. For them, I think within her there was still like a level of anxiety of like there's nothing really that bounds us together. Like there's no house, there's no kid, there's no ring, there's nothing. So this guy can just be like. Because she used to say it, she'd be like, you can just leave me and go get one young babe. That's what she said. She kills me. And then, which I get it because as we talked about this on the episode last week, as they get older, sometimes they listen like before, and there's also things like they're like, yo, the 28-year-old man that we're with now, we're also not competing. We're in the same market as the 23-year-olds.
Yes.
So while I have nothing bounding me to this man. Who's to say that this man has happened? Who's to say this man now wake up tomorrow and be like, this is not for me, and now next to say one young baby,
I heard that.
I've given 5 years. I'm back in the market with the same market as a 23-year-old. Like so I understand where she was coming from. So I could sense she was more secure, and I've always said this. And she hates when I say this, but like now she seems like my dog. That's my G. She hates when I hate saying it because she's like, no, you're supposed to treat me like I'm your wife, all cutesy and.
You are my wife, but you're my G as well.
but I'm like, that's my G stuff. That's my G stuff. But I think that was the biggest difference between my.
One thing I have noticed, I think you mentioned in the podcast last week, it's when my wifey was asked me of my opinion of stuff. Like she's a brilliant woman. She's fully capable of making decisions, but she values my input. And when you said, I was like, oh shit, Z does that as well. And I think it's just again because of that security. I'm like, yo, this is my guy.
And I think me and Did were talking about it after the fact we were texting about it. And I said, it's like they're fully grown adults. They're capable of making decisions. She's in a different country by herself right now, so she's capable of making decisions. But like I said, there's an element of women. And if Fiona said the same next to her, she says, I like brilliant woman. She's like, I want to be led. Like I want to.
And that comes to the point. If men, if we're doing our shit properly and loving our wives, like they will just be submissive. Not that she's like, but just that element of
it comes naturally. It's natural.
It's innate.
It's innate. It's natural for them to be submissive, but you have to show them what they should.
It's worth it,
and they will do it. And
it's weird.
Deji was saying that everything is just internet war. Like when you're living real life with somebody, all of this you see on the timeline. I promise you, just take it as entertainment because that's all it is. Real life, because you see these people do paragraphs, threads, videos, and they're pointing to the background. You see these things, and you're looking at this like real life doesn't work like this, man. Real life isn't like that.
I think I was on TikTok or something like that, and this couple were they weren't arguing, but like the man was recording her. Apparently, she just got a boob job, and they couldn't beat or they couldn't do anything, and she was like, I'm not really on that. And he's like, look, like you can't look like this and not want me to do stuff. In the comments, some people are like, oh my god, I wish my man wanted me like that. Underneath that comment was, you should leave him, sis.
Wow. The devil was walking hard.
That's the internet. Like you can't take it, because for some people it's like, I want my man to be that obsessed with me that he wants his hand on me all the time. To other people it's like, why is this man coercing his missus? Like the same internet that we're all going to getting think pieces, opinion. just take, like they just said, take it as podcast topics and leave it over there, because real life doesn't really work like that, bro.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you think you're better at writing your emotions or saying them to your wife?
Writing.
Because he's an artist, isn't he?
Okay, so do you just wake up one day and be like, bah, paragraph, I love you?
How do you say that? In terms of what? Like, again, if I'm vexed at her,
No,
expressing any emotion, like
expressing
gratitude.
Actually, you know, let's say one, you're vexed.
Yeah.
And then second one, you just wake up and you're like, rah, you're mine. Like,
yeah. Here's the thing, right? For me, it takes me a minute or two. I know exactly how I'm feeling inside, but to verbalize it so that it doesn't come across like I'm yelling to her, I'd be like, yo, give me a minute or two. I'm loud. I'm very expressive. Right. In terms of your mind and all that jazz, I can say it, but I'm more physically like, here, come to me. I'll touch in your shower, grab, kiss, calm.
That's your love language. Physical touch.
Niggas, man.
In terms of if I'm going through some shit, I will meditate on it, and then maybe 2-3 weeks later, I'll listen to a beat, and that's when what I've been piling up in terms of my emotion, that's when it comes out, and then I just write out my paragraph, and then it just comes out from there.
You know when people talk about meditating and shit like that?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Is it just sitting down in the quiet room and just...
I don't, like, all right, like, I had a job situation, right? I was moving from one job to the other, and then I was worrying about paying my mortgage. So within the 2-3 months of me trying to look for a job, it was just on my mind. So it's not like I was meditating or let me find a job. It's just, it was stewing in my spirit. Mm-hmm. So
wait, did you leave the one job to go to the other without having the job lined up, or were you like? Where was the concern coming from? Because
it was more that I was doing a lot of interviews, and I did 3 interviews. But before I even got to interviews, it's just like the job. Before I even got to interviews, it was a situation where, as I was leaving my old place, it was a situation where I was like, look, Kestine, you have to provide for this woman. And before I was starting even applying, because I built myself up, but there was a situation that happened where, you know, when you're in QC or when you're in science, there's how I present myself as, hey, babe, how are ya? Yeah. All grand, right? And that was all calm. But then new management kind of came along. And because of the long hours that I was working, now it was, what the fuck do you want? So my level of work, though it was perfect, my personality and how I interacted with the clients is now what kind of was giving me the bad eye. Okay. So now there was a bit of quarrel between me and upper management. Okay. So that's why I was like, right, if anything happens, Kestine, you've got a wifey, you've got a mortgage. Okay. That's where the worry was coming from. Okay,
because you must have not been a FTE where you were, because that's because I was wondering, like, for you to in Ireland they make it really, really hard for you to get sacked. So if you're like permanent,
so that's why I was worried.
Makes sense.
So then
they could just pull the rug under your legs and be like, do you know what, you're no longer needed.
Triggered.
And you feel that feeling more now that, like, I have to provide.
Absolutely. And I've got a superhero complex. I all, like, growing up, I just want to be that guy that kind of solved the problem. But now that I have a wifey with me, it's like, right, you gotta be that guy.
Did you not say you have something similar? You always find it easy to solve other people's problems. Yeah.
Where do you want to go from?
I remember you saying that. So I was like, isn't that like?
You still have it. You still have it now, because you mentioned it some years at the back. I think.
I think it was on your episode.
You still have it now.
Superhero complex. I don't think to the degree I used to.
Okay.
Because, bro, man, not everyone
I can't come and die.
It's not everybody you have to save.
And not everybody wants to be saved.
Facts.
Some people just want to chat. So you be trying to save some people, and then just going back to the trap that you try to save them from. You say, wait, what's up? Allow him, man.
You know them ones, I told you what to do. I'll fix your problem. It's you that went to go and break it again. What's called? Since you've been married, do you feel more pressure?
Do I feel more pressure?
Whatever you take that as.
I don't think I feel more pressure, because I think the pressure that I felt growing up to be the hero, that's what I've always felt. I don't think that's changed that much. Only thing that I'll say is, do I feel more pressure? I don't think I feel more pressure. No.
Why did you feel that pressure growing up, though?
Because I'm the first son.
Okay.
I remember the sacrifices mom and dad did, like where I was born, where we came from, how we came to this country. I remember all that. So I've always felt that, right, I need to provide for them. Like, and then my wifey came along. I need to not provide for her. I need to provide for the family, make sure that everyone's financially good. So I've always had that innate thought of make sure you succeed. Make sure you do what you got to do so the family's good.
So how'd you kill the superhero inside you?
I don't think
I don't think you can. I don't think, especially now that you have a family, and then hopefully you are going to expand your family.
Yeah,
that feeling is gonna just, I would assume, even grow, because when it comes to your kids, and they didn't ask to be born, and you still have to make sure that they are part of, whether it's financially, emotionally, mentally, as much as possible to be a solid human being. You got to save them in more ways than one. So I think that's going to be even more difficult. And I was listening to your project.
Yeah.
And first of all, why Devon? Like, what were you?
Devon.
I was thinking about this coming here. I didn't know if I wanted to ask you, but I was literally thinking, that's a random fucking name.
Should I give context to the listeners?
Give context.
Because I was listening here, and I was like, oh, that's some crazy shit. I would have called him Devon.
Like Devon. So you talk about, on the song, you talk about like your missus being 3 months pregnant at the time.
Right.
And then she had a miscarriage, I'm assuming. And then you said I would have called the kid Devon.
So I'll give...
Oh, that was just because for rhyming patterns.
No, so I'll give... Number one, 3 months pregnant. I would have called the Reverend if he made the 9 months. So...
Oh, okay.
I would have called him Devon.
Yeah.
Now, my wifey didn't go through the miscarriage. It was 2 people that were very close to me.
Okay.
And what happens is when life starts lifing, I kind of absorb the emotion, and then weeks or months down the line, when I'm listening to beat, I write from the perspective of, right, if this shit happened to me.
Oh, okay. So it didn't directly
happen to me.
Okay.
2 people very close to me that it went through.
Yeah.
But yeah, Devon, because it rhymed with the word Reverend.
Yeah. And I think, I think it's one of those things like talking about it. I know Tam's talking about it on If I Speak as well. It's like growing up and being in these situations now is recognizing, unfortunately, how common that situation is, and not know, like, we're just taught from the angle of like, oh, you will have sex and you will get pregnant, and you think that's what happened. Then at some stage when there was loads of like young pregnancies, and you're thinking like, okay, people are just
have baby like that,
and then that's what happens. And then you get a bit older and people are having like real conversations, and Deja always says it, like, podcast is cheaper than therapy, and sometimes unfortunately that's the case, because I came here, I talked about when I went through the miscarriage, and I heard that Tams came through, Tams went on,
and you know what's so weird,
like about the same thing.
That song that I wrote, I don't know when I heard that episode of yours, I wrote it ages ago, but then when you mentioned that on your episode, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious? So that was the Christmas episode.
That was the
New Year
the year end episode that we
when you won best podcast in the land.
I've been holding the title since.
Allow it, come on.
Allow it with the suit. No, yeah, I think it's just one of those things, like, people are listening and we're all getting older, and we're trying to recognize, like, unfortunately, these things are more common than we are led to believe.
Absolutely.
But it's you do get through it, and the other side also happens. So that's good. And so you're releasing the project.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what? Before it's this year, talking to artists is one of those things that was like, I don't really care talking to artists anymore. I don't care about asking about the state of the Irish music in general, because it was like, I kept asking, I was asking the same questions, like, what do you make of the state of the music? And everybody said, it's in a good place. But you're releasing the project 17th of November?
15th of November. Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yes,
yeah. So Friday. By the time you listen to this, it's Friday.
Yes.
What was, we talked about creative inspiration, and where were you creatively when you're creating this? Because was it like the bigger picture, or was like, no, this is what I'm going through and that's what I'm going to put on?
So the title of the project is called Another Season, and I guess I was in a season of pain. I was in a season of turmoil. My grandma, shout out to her, she gave me the name Love, very close to her. My grandma passed. We went to Nigeria. I had a job situation that was kicking my ass. My wifey had a very, very big surgery. Thank God that she's good. Like I said, it wasn't in regards to the baby, but she had another type of surgery. I don't think she'll mind me saying it. It was fibroid.
Okay.
She got through it at the other end. My mom and dad were getting older. So I was at a period of time where I was like, yo, life is really... I had a Gardaí situation as well. Shit, I got attacked. I got a lighter fluid thrown on me in Cork, and I lost my hearing for some time. Ended up in the hospital.
Wait.
I hate this thing. I think I said the craziest shit. I just wanted to say it's true.
That's how Tommy came here and said it wasn't anything there. I just get it back.
Pause right now. Pause right now.
Hold up.
Let's talk about that. What happened?
Bro. Cork Midsummer Festival. They hired me to reinterpret an 18th century German poet. Okay. So listen to the poetry, find some lyrics, make some songs behind it, make a performance out of that song. Give you a quick synopsis. I'm a king, I have a general, and I'm going through certain shit. Just whatever the poetry was. Calm. On Saturday, we did our performance. Cool. On Sunday, the way that the performance was set up, it wasn't like a stage and then the people. It's like we were in the middle and the people were surrounding us while we were doing a performance. I was rapping. Now, give you a bit of context. My poster was all around Cork City. Like, my face was all over, right? And I was the only black performance out of the entire thing, right? I'm just putting that out there. So on the Sunday came along, middle of the performance, some guy runs up, throws lighter fluid on me. Ginger, buzz cut, white guy. Gardy called yesterday saying that, yo, we're sorry, we're closing the case because we can't find him. Anyway, everybody came up to me rushing, yo, were you okay? The guy ran away. He dropped a bottle of lighter fluid. Immediately, I started feeling pain in my ear. So everybody was checking my eyes. Inside of my left ear started burning the shit out of me. I started crying. I went on the floor. Ambulance came along, rushed me to the hospital. I'm in the ICU. I'm 6'2", 100 to 105 kg. I'm a big man. I haven't cried in a long time. Tears were flooding down my eyes because I was in so much pain. Shout out to my broski outsider YP. He was cradling me and carrying me, and he had to call my wife and my sister and my family to let them know that I was in the hospital. You're the science guy, so what the doctor did, they put saline solution, acid base, just to neutralize it. I was in so much pain. At the end of the day, calm, the pain reduced. I lost my hearing the next day. Blood started coming out. But yeah, it was the all left, or what do they call it? All left, all rights.
Yeah. I don't know which side it is.
Guy,
the right is the other side. The left is the LGBT, everybody. So the right is the extremist. So I only know this because I've been paying mad attention to American.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
So, like I said, I was the only black person that performed. My poster, my face was all over the city. Like I said, it's not like I have political rap songs, but what I was hired to do was reinterpret 18th century German poetry and make it rap.
But it had nothing to do with that. Let's be completely.
So I'm just putting the facts. It's because I was a black. My uncle said it. Do you think they're happy that they put your face all over the city saying a black man image is already cock? Do you think they're happy?
Honestly, the dark side of my brain was, did he drop a lighter?
Yeah, I thought the same thing too.
No. See, so thank God, thank God the situation was the best that it could be, where I got my hearing back. It was burnt, cramp. But imagine he had a lighter ready to go as well.
Yeah.
Imagine he had a knife. So it was the best out of a possible world. I was crying. I was in pain. I lost my hearing, calm. But it came back. They weren't able to catch him calm. But like you said, imagine he had a lighter. What, do you want to burn me? Imagine that shit went into my eyes. Because doctors were really worried that it went to my eyes. Because that burning feeling that I had, I think I would have gone blind.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
So what? This guy was trying to kill me.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Bro, what did I do? What did I do to you?
That's a hate crime.
What did I do to you? I was rapping. I was reinterpreting 18th century. I know that wasn't, but what did I do to you that you want to come at me?
Can I ask a question? Yeah.
Go on.
You're in the middle of Cork.
Yeah.
I make my jokes about Cork and everything. But how many people are there? How many cameras are around and you can't find this guy?
Bruh? And you know if it was a black guy that did it to white guy, in seconds.
Even if it wasn't him, you look at
So like I said, I put my hands up and I say, yo, God, thank you that it was the best out of the worst situation. But that was one of the things that was going on at the time. Coming back to your question.
When it originally happened, obviously outside of the shock, what was your biggest fear?
My biggest fear was that I was going to lose my hearing. My biggest fear was losing my hearing, and just because it's not that I was afraid to perform. It's just I need my ears to do my thing. Simple way. So it was just you're gonna lose. You're gonna go deaf, and you weren't born like this because you went to go and perform.
I told you what happens if I lose a sense.
Did you?
I know you said you're gonna murder him. No, God.
This guy's the silliest guy.
I don't know why you're laughing. I'm jumping.
This guy's a silly man.
Boy,
this guy. Okay, so anyways, you're going through your season of seat. You can't be serious niggas, man.
Anyways, you're going through a season of turmoil.
So yeah, that's what inspired me in terms of the project. And then at the end of the day, look, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This shit isn't gonna last forever.
Yeah.
I was just going through my shit, and that's what kind of inspired the team another season. That I'm going through this season of pain, but what's gonna follow is gonna be a season of joy.
And there's a song. Sorry, forgiveness is a
lonely road.
A lonely road.
Yeah.
What's your take on forgiveness? Because I know sometimes it's like, I think we've had this conversation about like holding grudges or forgiving and letting things go. Yeah, it was in the group chat. Yeah, and because my take is like selfishly, I let things go because I don't want to hold on to things, and I don't want to hold on to that negative shit. And then she told me, like, even if I hate you, it doesn't mean I think about you.
Yeah.
We're all built differently. Like, we're all built differently.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I would let certain emotions maybe consume me.
Yeah. And
sometimes I'm just like, I'm just gonna let that shit go because I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to blah blah. I don't want to see the person now, and not because I know I don't like you. Now I feel away, and you don't even care.
Right.
You're there sipping on your Jack and Coke, you're enjoying, but I'm here stewing because fuck you. But so for the most part, I'm like, I know because we're all built differently. For the most part, I'm like, I let things go, and sometimes even my missus is like, nah, man, you need to sometimes hold it and stand on business a bit more.
Right.
But I'm just like, I don't. After a while, maybe also people haven't done things that are so heinous that I have to hold on to things as well.
Right.
So that's what I'm kind of asking you, like, your take on the forgiveness.
From my perspective, right, that song was coming from the perspective of, I lost my grandma, I'm pissed. I wrote from the perspective of, I lost a child, I'm pissed. Like I said, it was my two female friends. And it was from, at the end of the day, with loss, you're going to have pain.
Yeah.
You're gonna go through shit. But at the end of the day, you got to choose how you let it go, how you grow from that experience. And I guess taking that option is a lonely path. So it's hard. It's hard as fuck. But I think for you to get better, it's a path that you got to take.
Have you
forgive?
Have you ever have to forgive someone?
Have I had to? Yeah.
Not somebody you hate.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate this white guy, but I had to forgive him. I got to let it go. I mean, he tried to kill me.
I'm not going to almost doesn't count for me.
What do you be dead? How can you forgive him? He says you almost died. It's not enough. What do you say?
Okay.
We're potted, but
one reason is because knowing someone like you, because it happened to you, you're going to be more forgiving than if it happened to someone that you cared about. And also the other part of it is he's more of a fictitious person at this point.
Right.
Like, you saw him, but apart from that, apart from probably a split second or two, he doesn't really exist.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking about having to forgive somebody that you fuck with. Like, having to forgive your wife, having to forgive your dad or something like that. That's the forgiveness.
Because at the beginning we were talking about Emmy Speaks, and you were saying a podcast and shit, like, fuck everybody, because those are people in her life when this story was going on.
Right.
So she probably had to, I would assume, we'll come on and we'll talk to you and I'll ask you personally. She probably had to forgive a lot of people that she knows. And the story it's a public story, so it's her mom, her dad, her brothers, her friends. There's probably a lot of forgiveness that she had to go through because she knew them personally. Whereas to this case, is it easier to forgive people? There was no love there in the first place. You were just committed a hate crime. Whereas I love my mom. If my mom does something and it will hurt more, and then maybe that process of forgiveness is a bit more difficult.
Yeah, because with that guy, you may never see him again. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's fine. It's easy to not have. It's easy to forgive someone that you don't have to see again. If it's somebody you have to see regular.
I'll go with my broski. My broski has changed from day to night. He's gonna be the next pastor. But him
we saw.
You see something?
We can see.
But him growing up, I was the epitome of, look, I remember mom and dad, we got to go through shit. Kenoli didn't really remember all the stuff that we went through. And he, went through stuff. He was growing up. There was a lot of stuff that him and me went through. And at the end of the day, I still had to forgive him. So I understand where you're coming from. It's hard. But at the end of the day, I got to choose. Am I going to be vexed because of this person's action? Or am I going to let go and let's try and be better at this?
And was that a lonely road?
Of course it was. Because at the end of the day, I felt like my mom and dad were babying this guy. It's me that's the senior. It's me that's putting everything forth so that this fam can push and go to the next level. This guy is messing our family name. Why are ye still babying him? Why are you trying? So it was lonely. I had to go through that shit for myself.
You know, you have to have a conversation with your little brother.
Talk
to my mom like that again. I'm fucking you.
You know, that's actually funny because I texted my little brother today. I was younger brother, because people say I call it when I say little brother because he's taller than me and he's 28. People have actually pulled me up on
Can't relate. Can't relate. I'm 6'2", Deji's 6'2" as well. Can't relate.
Hey, my little brother is taller than me. I can't even
Yeah,
Is he?
My brother's like 6'4".
You say younger brother or little brother?
I just say my brother at this point.
Maybe, yeah, fair enough, man. I was talking today, I was like saying, do you think mom and dad, because I felt like my parents, I was actually, for some reason, I was re-listening to our podcast, the one that we just dropped, and I was asking, like, did you grow up sheltered? I think you asked that. So then I felt like my mom and dad, they were really worried for me and like my sister Naomi how we turn out.
Right.
I don't think they were kind of like worried about Nathan. They just kind of let him like
Middle child.
Yeah, dude. So
Middle child.
So I texted him today. I was like, "Do you think mom and dad were worried for you and how you turn out?" But his answer was like, "I could see it." Like he said, "I saw it more with mom. Like she was kind of like more worried." But my dad kind of just like, "Yeah, school is good."
be
Whatever.
right.
That's why I'm asking, like, with your brother, do you think they were more worried for him to how he turned out? So maybe that's why they were protecting him a bit more, they defended him a bit more. Whereas you, they were kind of like, Kestine will be fine. So they kind of more.
Perhaps. And look, Kenoli, even when he was a baby, like he almost lost his life. So maybe that is a factor.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned. So maybe. But coming back to you, that was my blood. That was my family. This scar that I have right here is because of him. Cameraman, I see it right here, right here.
What do you do?
We'll talk about it.
You showed it on the phone. Sometimes you mind your business, sometimes you ask questions.
Love you, Ken.
Is he the brother that got married recently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Parents must be over the moon. Rob, both our sons got married within a year.
Bruh, the way Cork is shaking, the black community in Cork is shaking.
They look at them.
I'd hate to be one of their friends.
My mother-in-law, every time she sees me on date, she says, "When is Digi married?" I said, "I don't know, man."
Don't mind that woman, man.
Says Digi, I want to come with these friends.
Tell her cool down.
I tell Digi every time.
But I don't like
Tell Digi every
the
time.
way people make it out to seem like if you hold a grudge or you don't like somebody or you hate somebody, it's something that festers up in your inside. No, I don't wake up thinking, "Oh my god, I fucking hate this person."
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes I've been minding my day and you might cross my mind. I was like, "Fuck that nigga," and then I move on.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
And you're built like that. But
Yeah,
I think
that's what-
majority of people, it festers up. It makes them rotten.
And you have to understand how you are built. The older we get, the more we know who we are as people, and what you have a better understanding of self for the most part. Like again, last week she said, "I don't think I was that emotionally intelligent because there are certain situations I could have behaved more emotionally intelligent." That's just a better understanding of self. I know myself. I know if I hold a grudge or resentment or something, I don't like it. It really sits with me and it sits on me. And so I learned this in my first breakup, and it was sitting with me, and I was holding on to things, and I was like annoyed about it. And maybe you're right. It came from a place of like, I love this person at one point, and this has happened, and I'm like, you know what? I feel this way about them. After a while, I was like, this is so exhausting to feel this way and to constantly have to hold this. And even to your point, I'll be like, I'll try not to think about it, but still be holding the grudge and just go about my day.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. It was just festering up, and I just made a decision one day. I was like, just let it go. Like,
You gotta.
And I just do that throughout, like, even little things that annoy me. And I was like, or even if it's a big thing that annoys me, I just let it go. And
You
I'm
got
like,
no
it's
choice. You're a
no
husband.
point.
Even when you got beef with your wife, you got to make that choice. You got to let it go.
quick as well.
Quick as
especially
well.
when there's a kid involved, and you guys, your attention.
You're another level.
You have
Yeah.
to. You can't even hold on to the thing between each other because you
Yeah.
just need each other.
Yeah.
You just need each
Yeah.
other for that as well.
In your relationships, who bounces back quicker? I probably know the answer, but
In terms of like being angry,
Yeah.
me definitely, definitely. Me.
to understand, I don't know why.
No, Simi can hold on to things.
Oh, yeah. My woman, she will hold on.
Simi can hold things, and then she's
how
like
long-
you though. She's not thinking about it. It's not festering. But she's like you. She's like, I'm not thinking about it. This thing's not bothering me. But when that person, fuck them.
Yeah.
No.
You might cross
And
my leg.
that's why I understand, and that's why I understand you, and I understand her, and I'm like, oh, I can't expect it to be like me, but she shouldn't expect me to be like her. Like just because you're holding on to things doesn't mean I have to. I've let go of this. I'm moved on. I don't care, man.
Do you guys feel like you're the best husbands you can be right now? Or do you feel like there's places that you could improve in?
Go first.
I still need to improve. I want to be more romantic. I've been less romantic in terms of the flowers and gift giving because we've just been broke. So it's just like month by month, let's just get through it.
Go pick some flowers. Go pick some flowers.
In this island, we're
That's what
like,
a real lover would do.
If he wanted to, he would. If you want to see,
half of pork is a fucking hedge, anyways.
You're annoying. Anyway, Sha.
I love a compliment.
Anyway, Sha. And I need to be more patient. Like I said, it's something that I'm adapting. It's something that I'm getting better. Like I thought I had an infinite amount of patience. So be more patient and be more romantic. Because I don't want to end up looking like I'm not appreciating her. And that builds up over time. Like I wanted to know that I'm constantly caring and crazy about her and love her. So
before we get to you, how do you feel like you can be? Wait, even before that, do you feel like you're naturally a romantic person?
Yes.
Okay, now how do you feel like you can become more romantic? Or is it one of those
actions? Like I have ideas. Like I said, how I planned my proposal to her. Mm-hmm. That was the epitome of romance. So I think I can do it. It's just now taking aside the fact that there's no finance. Right? Be creative. Mm-hmm. Even at that, like take your time and do something with it. So that's just me. Just be more romantic. Just make sure that you don't forsake this woman, because at the end of the day,
I'm not gonna lie, bitch. I'm killing as a husband.
Fuck this nigga. Fuck this nigga.
Look, I'm not gonna you.
Bro, right now.
Wow.
Podcaster of the year, husband of the year.
You know what? But what I've said, this guy is like, in terms of life, because you and me are very similar, but in terms of life, I feel like you're 2 years ahead of me. I'm gonna get there.
Obviously, you can always do better. And to be fair, one thing I've learned also, living and I'm like you, together 8 years, but only really live together. Actually, going 3 years now living together, which is mad. It's it goes quick. But it's actually understanding, like, people want to be loved the way they want to be loved, not the way that you perceive to be loved.
Yes,
it's what love to be. It's like, for me, I love words of affirmation. Everybody knows that. Say something, gas me. I'll go gym tomorrow. And that's how I am. 100. But I can't then assume like, if I love this, she's gonna love it. To be real, Sammy tells me what she wants. She just tells me, we haven't done date night in ages. You haven't got me flowers.
I love that. Nice and straightforward.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes it's like, and if it's not like when I do eventually get the flowers, she's like, oh no, but I had to tell you to get it. She's not going to complain. Once she gets the flowers, she's like, oh, I got the flowers. I'm happy. Because some people will be like, oh, I got the flowers, but I had to tell you to get the flowers. Yeah. Now they're still not happy. Yeah. They're like, oh my God. Relax.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Because isn't the goal is like you communicated how you want to be loved.
Yeah.
And I've received your communication how you want to be loved. And now I'm reciprocating how you want to be loved. And at the end of the goal, you communicated, I reciprocated, we got to the end goal. But some people want to, you hear a lot of that, they want you to be like a mind reader. Just love me how I want to be loved all the time, forever. You're also going to change. Who knows the way she's going to be loved 5 years from now. It might be changed. It might not be like, get me stuff. It might be like act of service. For example, I make sure, because she was only back to work like 2 months. So I made sure she focuses on like, you just go to work and come home and rest.
Yeah.
I take care of Feeks in the morning. I'll go pick him up. He's at my mom's. Like I'll give him his bath at night. I'll feed him. I'll take care of that side. So by the time you ramp up back to work and it's 6 months, because it takes good 6 months for a lot of people to get settled in the job. Like, so I can imagine taking off a year and then going back to a job. It'll take your time. So even in those little ways, it's like, okay, show appreciation in that way. And that could be like a thing that changes in their minds. Like, you know what? First I like flowers, but the fact that acts of service could be the thing, but you have to communicate. And I think a lot of couples don't communicate. I'm lucky. My Siri will just say straight out, we haven't done date night in ages. If also, I would say, oh yeah, we can look into the one soon. She'll tell me December 13th I booked the date night. I swear to God. And I was like, it's done. I was like, all right, I'll be there then. I'll be there.
Now, this leads perfectly. If I ask your wives the same questions about you, do you think they'll give the same answer?
I think so.
She'll tell you need to be more romantic.
Yes, because she's complained about it the last couple of weeks. So.
I think she would say the same. I think she would say, because she always says like she still wants, because unlike you, I proposed during the pandemic where we couldn't fly. I proposed August 2020. This was like
August
peak pandemic. Like I couldn't fly. Like I always say the way Snow did it is what I would have wanted to do it.
August when?
August,
what day?
22nd.
August 14th. No, August 13th.
2020.
Of 2020. I think one.
Yeah, so yeah, you couldn't like, because remember the World Trade time.
Engagement dates now,
bro.
Because I couldn't propose maybe the way I would have wanted to. Yeah. So maybe I would have want like I would have liked it to be more romantic.
Go out, yeah.
Go abroad, but I couldn't do it. So in certain things, it was like, yeah, you could be more romantic, and you could like she still voices that you could be more romantic in certain areas. Because women love romance. They can never have enough fun.
And they will never be happy.
Repropose.
I will.
Oh, sorry, but it needs to be a little.
It needs to be like
a surprise.
It can't be too soon. It can't be like we're married 3 years and I'm proposing again.
Yeah, why not?
Let them marinate you. Like Fiona said, let us get to 5. Okay, we not get to 5.
When you propose,
Yeah.
do you have to get a new ring?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Probably.
You gotta level up.
Because it don't slap the same if you're on the knee
With the same ring.
Oh yeah, babes, just give me that ring.
Yeah, probably. No, I don't mind.
You'd have to level up. You'd have to level up.
No, I will, because it wasn't what I wanted, and it probably wasn't what she wanted, but I wanted to do it, and like I always say, we didn't know when the world was going to be normal again.
Mm-hmm.
So
naturally, do you think you're a romantic person?
Nah. No, I don't think it comes. I think Tammy's dad was saying this on 90s Babies. He doesn't think romance comes naturally for men. For a lot of men. Remember we talked about this in the pod. Like, can you be naturally romantic, or can you learn to be romantic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I think
learn.
it was a learned thing. I don't think it came like natural, because what I perceived to be, again, that's what I'm saying, what I perceived to be maybe romantic, for example, could be like, oh, I'll write you a poem, tell you how great you are, leave you a poem. And you might think, oh, that's cute, but that's not romance for me. Romance for you is saying like, hey, wear this dress at 8 o'clock, I'll pick you up.
But both things are romantic.
To who?
What's called? It doesn't matter who you are. Writing. Actually taking the time out to write your babes a handwritten note, a handwritten letter is fucking.
These
romantic.
online babes will call you broke.
Yeah.
Now.
No.
Now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because they don't see balloons on the wall.
I'm not gonna
These
lie.
online babes will call you broke.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. The handwritten letter thing is cute the first time.
Yeah. Don't do the second time.
The second time, it better be coming with attachments.
Right. No, you're spot on.
Yeah.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
Because you can do it the first time, and they're like, oh, he wrote me a handwritten letter, but then it's thoughtful and it's cute. But after that, you gotta.
But also the thing is,
I hear that.
like doing the same thing over and over again, it loses romance.
Absolutely.
No, flowers don't.
Flowers is different.
Yeah, but why?
Because
No, I'm telling you, flowers don't. She loves it every time.
Yeah, because I love flowers, but I don't think it's.
You not love poem. You not love poetry.
Maybe if your man is a rapper, if your man isn't a rapper, this guy is doing ordinary level, foundation level English for you. He's not putting commas, no full stops. Is that really romantic? Because also, imagine she reads it and she gets the ick. Like this nigga can't spell.
I wonder, tell us in the comments, are poems romantic? Like, if
poems is still slap.
Or do they have to? Is it romantic? Is it only romantic if it's good?
The poetry.
Let's even move it from poetry, because not everyone can write a poem. Yeah. Let's just say words on the page of like, I'm actually telling you how I really love you. Do you get what I'm saying? But
that can still slap, no?
No, it can slap. Yeah. But what if your man isn't the most?
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying. It has to probably be good for it to be slapped. You just can't write anything and have clerical errors and.
Or is it the effort that counts?
I think women will appreciate the effort. At the end of the day, they're more emotional than us. So them seeing you put the effort into writing or curating something for them, I think that'll touch them right here.
Yeah, bro. Send your wife a letter. Put in the post.
I'll try next.
As in, actually post it to her. Yeah. Maybe not your wife, because she listens.
I get
it. I'll try. I'll do it anyway. So
she'll see this and she'll just say, fucking Bill.
A little bit with my name on it. I'll try it anyways. But yeah.
Hey, look, I like this love talk, man.
Bruh, love is sweet, so love is sweet.
You join us.
You will join us, so the way you're looking at hench, like you've been doing your personal. I'm working by myself. Yeah. So God will just grace you now with your other
this is the thing. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
When it happens, it happens.
Like, and I want to get in my romantic bag.
Yeah. Do you put yourself in rooms and environments? This is what they like. We used to tell women when they was going back to a conversation, they said a lot of women they're looking for marriage, but they won't go anywhere. They'll be in their house, they'll be with their Bible. They don't put themselves anywhere they can see man or put blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you, Deji, are you in environments where you think it's conducive for you to find to allow you to enable your romantic bag?
The thing is, I don't think I'm in the place to have a girlfriend in the capacity that I would want to right now.
Okay.
So why put you through that? Like, let's just skip all of this.
Yeah.
And let's not go there, because I'm not going to be the man you want me to be, and I'm not going to be the man I want to be.
Yeah.
So let's just.
What does the man you want to be look like?
romantic, man.
But what? No, again, I hear it. But what steps do you take then to be? Is it just like I need to be financially somewhere, or is it I need to like be out of Ireland? I need to just progress in my career. Like, what does the man did you want to be?
I think like all of those other things can be built a long time. I think it's more I lack the consistency that you would want from me.
The effort,
like they said, don't fall for
molding the relationship.
What is it? Don't fall for potential, fall for patterns.
Yeah.
So you still have to develop a pattern.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I don't really have the consistency and like the maybe emotional wherewithal to really give that to you and like focus on this is and like your emotions and all of that. So instead of you sending me a paragraph, let's just skip that part.
And then just do a paragraph through a phone across. Egg just burned my mouth. You want me to send me paragraph? You want to send me paragraphs?
Like, bro, I'll forget to reply you.
Bruh.
No, I hear it. But back to the music, and let's talk about the Grammys, the nominations.
Black and Irish Awards or the Grammys?
The Grammys, yeah. The nominations came out yesterday.
I'm not gonna lie, Jordan can win that shit.
Yeah. It's
Objectively
very
speaking,
winnable.
his song is the best on the list.
Yeah.
Objectively speaking, I think he might bring it home.
It's a winnable
to the
category.
nuts. Sorry, just all of us Irish artists, right? We love Jordan. We appreciate him. Broski came down to Cork for Outsiders Festival. We appreciate you, bro. He is British. All of us that is claiming him, it's kind of vexing me. He's British, and there's nothing wrong with it. He's representing Belfast, Northern Ireland. Okay.
Why is it vexing you?
Here's the thing, Jordan. Like, I think he even said it in some, like, ages ago. I think he said something similar in terms of, why are we claiming him? Like, at the end of it, he's British. So I think whatever conversation that I overheard in that just stuck with me. But at the end of the day, I think we should just respect the fact that he's representing up there.
Yeah.
Like, look, if he was from Dublin, whole different scenario. Let's be repping our flags, our Irish flags. But he's Brit. And I think he recognizes that himself. So.
I think people want to attach themselves to greatness, and we all.
Which I hear. But come on, guys, let's.
You know them ones.
Yeah.
Like
a Grammy winner follows me.
Shout out Tom's, man. Tom's got his follow back. I couldn't believe that whole skit. It was like a comedic skit. I was like, oh, got there in the end.
Does he still have to follow? Because Jordan's now a Grammy nominee artist.
So like, check your follow again, then.
So wait, Kendrick getting 5 noms for Not Like Us.
He deserves it.
You know what it is? It's just for me. It's the context of the music.
Oh, go on. Speak on this.
That's a
Do
disrespect.
you know what? It's actually been a long time since we talk about like non-Irish like music in this term.
Bro, the song is calling the nigga a pedophile.
Hey, if it's a slapper, it's a slapper.
No, I hear no.
It's a slapper.
This is the thing. I hear it, and like once again, I have no personal skin in the game, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's gonna perform at the Super Bowl. Yeah. But like, think about the context of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But that just baffles me.
Is it still a slapper and a banger of a song? Regardless of the context,
I hear that.
It slaps in the clubs. It's slapped everywhere. Like you've heard Tupac, shoot him up,
hit him
up.
Yeah. Okay, but the thing is, I don't expect to hear hit him up at the Super Bowl.
Why not?
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
He does, I mean,
like there's certain things I don't expect to hear in certain spaces. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a back to back is so coded that it's just a song.
Yeah.
You know he can bleep out the stuff as well, so he can make it family friendly, and everybody will still like.
Honestly, the song doesn't slap the same without A minor.
It does. Wait, the A minor is calm. A minor, it's calm. Yeah, like that's a hidden minute. That's not
a chord. That's coded.
Yeah.
No, okay. But that part is coded. The other part is
certified lover boy,
certified
pedophile.
But he doesn't have to say it. The crowd says it for him. Calm.
I said
like he doesn't have to say much. Bro, Kendrick Lamar.
It just feels like if I was Drake.
Yeah, you'd be better.
First of all, I'm putting hits on all your motherfuckers.
Did you not see his thing on DeMar DeRozan?
No.
DeMar DeRozan used to play for Toronto. I'm glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve a meter. So he played for Toronto Raptors, and they're retiring Vince Carter's jersey, who also played for the Toronto Raptors, on the day that DeMar DeRozan was playing. Drake was there. Drake went to the commentary booths or whatever, and then Drake was like, "You guys better not put up DeMar DeRozan's jersey, or I'll go there and snatch it out myself." And people are saying like, Drake's, you just gotta pretend you're not bothered.
Yeah.
Just pretend that like any of this isn't annoying you anymore.
I hear that with a lot of things, but that's a nasty thing to be putting on my name.
Yeah, but it's
not
just WWE. It's
exactly.
real.
Thank you.
It's honestly, I don't believe you heard that.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
And he called Kendrick a wife beater. Just like, let's be fair.
I'm not agreeing with either side.
Okay.
I'm not agreeing with either side. That's what I'm saying. Family Matters isn't getting played at the fucking
banger.
But this is what I'm saying. Bro, this is what I'm saying. You can't like. If I don't care how much of a banger that song is, you can't call me a pedophile or call me a rapist or any of that shit.
They just let me see some decisions. No, but do you know what? Drake can't send it because it says a cease and desist for hoes.
I don't care, bro. No,
he said a cease and desist for hoes.
No, because you know what it is. There's certain things you can play with, right? There's certain things you can play with, but there's certain topics you don't play with.
Can I just say this? Like Kendrick at the beginning just said, "Look, what I won't say no lies about you or truths or what did he say?
I won't tell the truth about you if you don't tell a lie about me."
He gave him a warning. If you just do the songs where we're all dancing, no wahala.
Keep making me dance, shake my head.
No, right? He gave him, look, if you want to go into this, gloves off. We're going into this. So Drake knew the consequences that was going to come along with this.
My problem isn't with Kendrick.
Your problem is a corporation.
Yeah,
no, because Kendrick was in battle mode.
You're in battle mode.
When you're in battle, wife beater. I
hear all of that.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with the corporation supporting, like, the I guess the results of the battle
without proof or without concrete or proof. You can't play with me and call me a pedophile or a rapist.
But nobody believes it, though.
It doesn't matter. Like.
And are you saying this about Kendrick or the corporations? Because corporations aren't.
It's about the corporations. You're saying it doesn't matter, but you're saying life is WWE. Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. So the lie then becomes the truth.
Yeah. But you actually believe that since the beef happened, there's a minor and certified pedophile. I still don't believe the general population don't think that of Drake. Yes. I don't think they do.
I agree.
Like even if like I'm saying, the lie has been entertaining. But I don't think it's one of those lies that it's been entertaining, but nobody's like, without proof, like, oh yeah, that's Drake, that's what Drake's on. We just like it. We just like it as like a certified lover boy, certified. We like it within the context of the art. I don't think nobody looks at Drake
as that.
Personally.
I agree with you. I'm 100% telling you that there's people that do. Maybe not
fair enough.
However, I actually just realized the place that I'm talking about. I thought convicted felons couldn't even vote, let alone become president.
Trump!
Bro, I thought felons couldn't vote, let alone become president.
America is mad.
Niggas talk about
America is such a
like. Let's get into this, yeah. Before I get into this, I think Euphoria should have been nominated for best rap song instead of Not Like Us, because I think Euphoria is actually a better rap song, even though Not Like Us is a better rap. I think he raps better on Euphoria than he does on Not Like Us. But I just wanted to get that out of my thought before. But just on that, yeah. Obviously, I listen to Brilliant Idiots weekly. So since Trump's been shot, Brilliant Idiots has been fire. Like the episodes have been
flagrant.
So because of that, I was in American politics. I got into weeds. I started listening to PBD podcasts. I started listening to Trump to make appearances there. And you could see the momentum shift, You could see ultimately, from my perspective from the outside, just watching American content based on this, policies isn't what moves Americans. No. Rhetoric and narrative is what moves American. And that's what you have to sell to them. And I think that's what Kamala was bad at selling. She was bad at selling the narrative and bad at selling rhetoric. A lot of, like, in America especially, as you can see, he won all the swing states. The swing states, to break it down even slightly, it's like, America, the way they vote is, each state gives you a different amount of points. Like, let's say Cork has 20 points, Dublin has 50 points, and even if you get more votes, you can still lose the election based on how you win.
Also, once again, I don't know if this country is just dumb or retarded, but so you're telling me everybody's vote counts as the same, but it doesn't?
It doesn't because of the electoral college.
How does that make any sense? So you're telling me more people can vote for me, but I still lose. How does that make sense?
In 2016, he lost the popular vote, Trump, against Hillary. Yeah. Hillary got more votes, but he won the electoral colleges. And that's kind of why it was the debate. The debate was still like, he might be winning the electoral, to your point, but most people are not fucking with him. And in 2020, he lost. But 2024, what it was is it was like a whitewash. He won more votes, and he won the electoral. Yeah. And culturally, what's happening in America is what I'm saying about selling rhetoric and narrative. What's happening in America culturally is the leftists, the rhetoric for a lot of people, it became, for the normal guy, it became tiresome. Some guys, a girl went on CNN and says, what happens with Democrats is, which is the left, they sometimes they lack common sense.
Right.
They do too much wokeism politics and then gender identity politics, and that doesn't translate or resonate with the normal people. Because how many times a day do you refer to someone as they, them, or he, her?
You don't.
That's not a normal thing. And you're trying to like, what the Democrats try to do is they try to perceive that this is what the world is like, and this is the narrative they're constantly trying to sell to Americans. And a lot of Americans got sick of it. What Trump was doing was the opposite. Trump was like speaking like, this is ridiculous. We're not gonna let transgenders in sports. We're gonna have two genders again. And I always say this, a lot of black people, a lot of Africans are standpoint are as conservative. We don't believe in homosexuality. We don't believe in gender politics.
Absolutely.
We don't believe in like abortion as like that as well. The part that they lose is on immigration. So just think about it. Like my friend was telling me, a lot of Nigerians go to America and are Republicans because it actually aligns more. Apart from especially the ones that have citizenships, like conservative values align more.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened with the Democrats this time. I think they lost the people because they didn't know how to talk to communicate to people. Because a lot of people don't communicate in those on everyday life. Fair enough. I have a lot of black friends. I talk to black friends a lot, and like I'm saying, we lean more conservative naturally. So I don't go around even at work. I've never called anybody a they, them. So when you think that like, oh, the world is changing, I'm speaking to the new world, best believe the people that are voting are still more aligned with Trump. America aligns more with who Donald Trump is than they do with Kamala Harris.
The thing is, like, Trump is actually a reflection of the country.
Yes.
And that's what they fail to realize all the time. And it's just funny to me because it feels like we went back in time again when everyone was like, Trump isn't going to win. And then he wins. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Something I hear, nobody cares. I think Charlemagne says that. Nobody cares what you said. Nobody cares
what you did.
Just how you make you feel.
Yeah.
Trump resonated with the masses in America. America is the wild, wild west. Don't get me wrong. But simply, as you said, Trump just resonates with them.
He knew how to speak to them, and he knew how to speak to, let's say, that's why he won the electoral and the popular vote. He knew how to speak to the average American. And like my friend was saying, a lot of it also is financial. Elon Musk aligning himself with Trump, just believe he wants to make money and he does that. But even like Rogan and Schultz, the comedians,
they swung it for me. I won't lie. They swung it.
The minute I saw him on Rogan, I have a tweet that day.
I
said it's finished, because what comedians do is, what the left try to do is they believe in like, oh, we can't say that, oh, we can't do this, oh, we have to.
It needs to be filtered.
There's a censorship that comes with democratic leadership, whereas the influential people now are podcasters, because we connect to Rogan and we listen to them. You bring in Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, it's all well and good, but I'm not as connected to musicians in 2024
as I would be
podcasters.
Yeah, the relatability
is there.
Oh my!
And him using those platforms, he asked Kamala to come on. They asked Kamala to come on Flagrant,
Joe and Flagrant,
Rogan, but they rejected it because they wanted to edit it a certain way. They wanted to censor it. And Charlemagne now says this: the language of politics is dead. People relate to authenticity and realness.
Yeah.
And say what you will about Trump, say whatever.
Yeah.
He is being authentic and real.
Yeah.
And it's resonating with people. And he's going on platforms that he knows, like the Joe Rogan Experience, like the fucking Full Send podcast. Like, he's going on podcasts that he knows that, like, oh, this is where people are at. I have to meet them where people, and people have connectivities with Rogans. And that's what I feel like. He just knew how to talk to Americans.
More people have listened to his Rogan episode than watched his debates or his rallies, for sure.
And why are we surprised? The American way is violence and extreme. He got shot at. He got hit.
Yeah.
He put his hand up. Let me fight. Like,
bro. Like,
why are we shocked?
If we're keeping it a book, maybe 90% of white men in America, if they gain money, power, and influence, they're Trump.
Exactly.
They're Trump.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
it's a better. Vince McMahon is Trump in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, he's a more reflection of. So that's why it's, and someone I saw this on Twitter and it was such a good point. And also is like, the only time he's lost was to a white man. So where the Democrats, Biden. So where the Democrats are thinking the world is changing and the world is different and the world is, obviously there's progress that has been made, but I don't think it as much as the Democrats think it has been made.
Right.
Like, do you know what? They probably think, oh, there's a lot of, in the last 5 years, we have a lot of what's it called, wokeism, or they think this is the new world and this is how the world is viewed and this is how the world is seen. This because that's how young people are. But for they're just failing to see that the world has not changed as much as you think it has. There will be a time that a woman, it'll be funny that the first black woman president is actually a Republican. There will be a time that a woman will be president of America, but I don't think that they see that Americans are so used to seeing an old white man, apart from Obama, stand up there, that their eyes is just conditioned to seeing this. Where you're trying to sell them a Kamala who is a better politician and knows her policies better, but Americans don't care. It's rhetoric and narrative that sells them. And I knew the minute I saw him going on flagrant, I was like, sometimes I'm like, maybe Andrew. But the minute he did Rogan, I said it's over. I said it's this, and it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't say a politician on one podcast and not know anything about the policies and not anything about. But because of the country it is, I'm like, yeah, it's over. he's winning this,
and he came across very well. Like I watched both podcasts. I
watched Flagrant.
Objectively speaking, he came across well. Like, yes, he went on his little tyrants, but he came across, again, that relatability factor.
Yeah. And because when I listened to him on Flagrant, and fair play to them, because there was a way that they humanized him and they made him seem like they're just talking to an uncle. They're just talking to like an old uncle, and they're presenting their problems to him because Andrew had his kid via IVF and reproductive rights, and I'm saying like, look, this is what we have to do. And then he was saying like, so you know what? That's actually a good point. And it's like, yeah, maybe we should look into that. And even though he's selling you hope and he doesn't mean what he says, he'll make it look like I'm listening to you. And I'm actually concerned about what you're saying. And I believe what you're saying. I just don't think the Democrats or even Kamala had the same connection and the relatability with the American people. Now, it could have been because they had 100 days. It could have been because Biden dropped out too late. It could have been because they didn't have time to build a proper campaign. Because you see those videos of Meg Thee Stallion or twerking is actually funny now in hindsight.
Yeah, bro even Glorilla, bro. What's good? It's Friday. It's Friday. 9:05. I ain't got no. And ain't got like, bro. This isn't helping you.
Even if they had time to prep.
Okay.
Because Trump was such a superstar, unless the Democrats had another version of Obama, I think they would have lost.
Yeah, bro. I don't think there's any amount of prep time they would have given her that would have changed anything.
Obama was the MJ. I think that's what like Obama was the MJ of the politics for the Democrats. Unless they had another version of that, I think either way they would have lost.
Well, even historically, I was looking at it. It changes though. It changes. It goes from like Democrat, Republican, Democrat. Like that's it's like Obama to Trump to Biden to Trump. Like it does, because whatever happens in the country over 4 years, if they see that the results aren't what they want to be, and it's hard to fix a country's issue over 4 years. It's like, well, we picked you last time, so we're just gonna pick the other side. So I was in the weeds of American politics in the last 3 months.
Does this actually affect us?
Us? No,
I don't think it.
Because the way they make it seem is like, oh my god, the world's ending. Like, because I remember when he won the first time,
are making it that
oh
way.
my god, the world's ending. Like things got maybe a little fucked up for them, but like it was grand.
I don't think it affects us because I don't remember American politics ever affecting us. I was watching it through the lens of like, this is entertaining.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like the fact that you can make, and I don't know if you watched the Vince McMahon doc. The Vince McMahon doc is a great representation of our American, and it reflects like just I was like, oh. American politics is WWE. They have characters. They're selling storylines.
Yep.
They're bringing Cardi B's doing like a walk, Beyonce and Kelly, as if they're stone cold, the glass shattered. They're walking on stage and you're watching this, and I'm like, this. Nobody can tell me about any policies. They can tell me about anything. They just know like, yo, he went on Rogan. Or he brought Beyonce and things.
Question,
it's great entertainment.
Is there actually a black celeb that actually helps you? I don't, because if we're talking about the masses,
that's what I'm saying. Really. In this day and age, I don't, because those celebrities don't have the same impact maybe they had 20, 25 years ago. Because celebrity is within the influencers or the podcasters.
Yes,
those are the celebrities.
There's a new interpretation of celebrity.
And we don't have. I don't think the black people have a Rogan or a show that can be like, oh, give that cosign.
No, but I'm saying even if we did,
that can help you.
It doesn't. I don't think any black, even a massive black podcast. You going to go speak to Charlamagne doesn't help you. I
think, because I don't think we'd have one on that level. I think because when Bill Clinton went on Arsenio Hall and he played the saxophone, it helped.
It helped.
But people used to go on late night TV, and
but
it used to. We just don't have that clout yet.
The reason why I say that is because we know that they're a lot more racist than there appears to be out in the wild, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think because you're standing beside a black celebrity, I give a fuck? Like standing beside Joe Rogan, that's Joe Rogan, and the white men that respect only other white men are going to, oh shit, that makes sense. You standing beside Beyonce or Glorilla is not helping your situation at all.
Great point. So then why didn't you do Joe Rogan?
No, I'm not on her side.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like, it's bad strategy. If you know, to your point, which is a great point, if you know where the influence is, and you know the influence isn't with Beyonce and Kelly, to the masses, and you know your influence is with the Rogans.
You're better off going to go talk to Taylor Swift. You're better off talking to Taylor Swift.
But again, you said if. I don't think the Democrats knew. I think they were still stuck on the mindset of the old interpretation of celebrity.
Yeah.
Hence why they got the Taylor Swifts.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Joe Rogan. It's Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
And again, comes back to the fact of relatability. The masses relate with them. Trump went on there. He was able to come across as relatable. So it makes sense why he swung it.
Yeah. And it was a sweep. You win all the swing states because there's like 7 swing states that swing the election every year. You win all the swing states and you win the popular vote. So it's like, it's an emphatic voting of like, this is what America wants. Because in 2016, it was debatable. You lost the popular vote. Most people didn't want you. Yeah. Boy, you want the color. So they were still like, that debate. And then you lose in 2020. But 2024, it's my God!
My God!
What's it called? Fuck American politics, because I don't know what the church has become that we're talking about American politics.
We highest level. Nobody has this much range. Because who is talking
when it
about
comes to range?
Who is talking about being lit up on fire and then American Alias.
What's it called? Obviously, like within your music, we hear the Kendrick influence and all of that. That's not even what I want to talk about. You speak so highly about your parents, right? Have you told your parents that you're proud of them?
Absolutely. And I'm proud
of them.
I haven't said it, but I think my actions have shown it. With my mother, here's the thing. With my mother, I always tell her that I love her.
But you don't say it to your father?
It's weird. I know my...
Man, fathers don't get any love, man. Fix it.
Hey, tell me you love me.
I know my dad loves me because he was around and he didn't bounce on me.
Must be nice.
I know.
The bar is in hell. The bar is like, you just have to be around. You just have to be around.
Right? So that's why, like his actions, him being there, him, again, all the sacrifices, that's how I knew that, yo, this guy loves me. He's there.
Yeah.
Why have I never told him that I'm proud of them? I don't know. I think it's just my actions is more than enough to show them that, yo, I thank you for everything. And that is what speaks. But I guess I could say, yo, I'm proud of you, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's my actions. I could say.
Did they listen to the music? So they know at least it's there.
No. So the pride, I think, comes from me being good in school, me doing the music stuff, me getting these big performances, me giving them shout outs on any platform that I'm on. And then me telling them, yo, listen, this is where I gave you the shout out, and then listen. And then them going back to their people, be like, hey, look at my son, he's a superstar. So I think that's how I show my, but again, I hear what you're saying. I guess I could say it more.
Because I wonder, like, who's the last person that told you they were proud of you? Either of you?
My wife.
Yeah, probably my wife.
Okay, mine is your wife, yeah. And let's say it's probably your parents.
Yeah.
If your parents are gone, who tells you you're proud of you?
Just remember your pride is the devil. That's why I love that song. No. It's true. It's because the premise of that song is like we don't hear it enough as black men. It's like pride be the reason for the family, the economy. Like you have uncles and aunties that just they don't say it, and we don't even say it to each other. And sometimes I think like we have to actually start saying it to the next man. When you see next man doing well, and me and you would have a conversation like, even if I'm not that impressed by it personally, and that's my personal feeling towards it. But you are, and you're happy with your thing that you did. It'd still be good to be like, you know what, bro? You actually did something that you're proud of, and I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of both
of you, black man. I'm proud of you, dude. Proud of you, broski.
No, we should. Some people say it to me, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
People say it to me like indirectly.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, look at Jordan, the way he's buying a house.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of saying, I'm proud of you.
That's what I get to, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, stop it, John, stop it. And I was like that on the
gas me.
But like, I knew what he was trying to say. He was saying like, because we've known each other since we're kids. So he's probably just saying like, look at Jordan, I'm proud of him. But without saying I'm proud.
Yeah, but sometimes, bro, it's not every day read between the lines. Sometimes just say straight.
I hear that.
What's called? I asked because, why did I ask? I can't remember why I asked.
Do you think you need to hear more yourself? That some people that are proud of you?
Nah.
Why not? Bro.
Honestly, you know what? Like, it doesn't really move me. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, all right, thanks.
Is it because you're not proud of the thing that they may be proud of?
Probably.
And you've mentioned that. Yeah.
Probably. But like, obviously, like,
stop being a dickhead, babe.
like, what's called with your parents? Yeah, like you on the project you speak about like they're getting older and stuff like that. How have you dealt with the thoughts of your parents' mortality?
I was thinking about it this week.
It's been heavy on my mind. I won't lie. If I know it's gonna happen at the end of I'm right. I want it to be a situation where they are old.
Yeah.
Right.
Quincy Jones things, 91.
Yeah. if it happens right now, I am gonna break down. Why I say that is because I still haven't achieved the shit that I need to do to be like, yo, the hard work that you guys have done, like here, like I want my mom to carry my kid, like I've mentioned and on the project. I want my dad to give out to me because I'm doing something wrong with my son. Like I want that. I want them to show like, yo, you guys did it. That's sacrifice, and I don't think I've done that as of yet. So if it happened now or within the 10 years, like I think I'll break down. I won't lie, just for myself personally. Yeah. It's been on my mind, but it's gonna happen. I'm just hoping that I laid it
not even on the like morbid shit, but death has been on my mind, even my own one, because having a son myself, and I think about it, like I'm only here for a limited time, and I'm gonna leave him, and I hope, and that is going to be the outcome. Not that I hope, it's going to be the outcome. I'm gonna leave here my kids. I'm gonna leave my kids behind here. Yeah, and I think about that, and I'm like, I want that to be like that is going to be the outcome because I can't fathom. I don't want to leave him here, and I don't like now, especially now. Like I want to have these moments where it's like my dad has carried my kid. Yeah, I want to carry his kid. Yeah. Like I want. It's not even like I just think about death, not even on the morbid shit, and on an aspect of the concept of it. Do you know that kind of not like I want to jump. I want it to end. I just think of like my parents are getting older. Realistically, my dad is in his 60s. God willing, he has at least 25 more years. Like good 25 more years. God willing. And I think about that. Then I think about like, then it's me. Then I look at my kid and I'm like, he's so small now, and it's mad that I think of it now, and I don't know if it's because I have him, and I feel like I've never like we're talking about mental health before. I've never suffered from a mental health aspect. I've never had those thoughts. I've never had suicidal ideation. Yeah. So I've never thought about death in that aspect. But now I feel like I even have more of a reason to live. I was like, I don't want to, because God forbid something happens to me. And not to say like, say we can move on, and not to say people get good, like Chucky, he had a good stepdad, and things that can happen. But in my mind, it's like, it's a guarantee that I will love him more than anybody. Anybody else is a chance. Do you know that kind of way? It's a guarantee I will sacrifice for him more than anybody. Yeah. Anybody else, we're leaving it to chance. So I just think about it from that concept. Like I'm here to guide him and see him and carry him. And like when again, you said 2 years ahead of you, when your missus is pregnant, even when she's pregnant, you have these thoughts, and I said it to her recently, I'm like, thoughts of like, what if you pass during your pregnancy and I'm raising this kid by myself? Like all that's gone through my head as well. These things, especially after when people say, I don't talk about it because I don't want to be like, oh, I think about death sometimes, because it sounds grim. I don't even think about it on it like I want to die. I just think about like the concept of it and what it's going to mean, and it's going to happen to my parents, and I see them get older, and eventually I look at my kid and it's like, then it's going to happen to me, and I hope I see you live a good life, so then when I'm living here, it's like I've done my time. Like, I want to be good with leaving. I want to be like, you know what?
I've done what I need to do.
I'm good.
Yeah. And that's why I guess that spirit of gratitude is always with me. Just like, and again, coming back to the team of another season, I'm just hoping I have one more with them, with my people, just so that it will happen. Don't get it wrong, it will happen. But I'm just hoping I'm in a situation where it's like, okay, God, we've done what we need to do. Now it's time.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? I'll go one place and I'll spin off to the other place. I hear what you're saying, right? But I also feel like it's one of those things where when one thing happens, like at a certain point, it was, I want my parents to see me get married. You got married. I want my parents to see me by my house. Yeah. You've done that. Yeah. And it's going to be, I want my parents to hold my kids.
I want it all. I'm greedy.
That. No, we of course, you should want it all. Yeah. And we all want it all. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think at every point, there is going to be something else. So at what point do you then become... You're never going to become comfortable with the idea of not them, because you're always going to say, I want them to see my kid graduate from school. I want them to see my kid graduate from college. I want them to see my kid get married. But at a certain point, there's an end.
Absolutely. I don't think you'll ever get comfortable with it.
Exactly. But so now, like we said, it's not happening for another until they're old.
Amen. In Jesus' name.
But not that it's something you could prepare for, but do you feel like, you know that first thing of like, you want to repay your parents and you want to show them that all the hard work that they've done has paid off. Yeah. Has it not paid off already?
It has.
I think it has.
It has.
I think it has. I did everything back to me. Yeah.
It has. It's just for me, like I said, I'm just being greedy and I want to do more. I just want to do more. Yeah. Like, just again, I'm just reminiscing, and now I'm going to tear up. I'm a big man, please. But again,
it's okay for men to cry.
Because we are still proud of you.
And if you cry, I'll be proud of you too.
Best podcast in the game. Anyway, Sha. But yeah, it's just coming back to me being greedy and being like, look, I just want to over bombard you. That's just from my standpoint. But definitely, they are proud. They have.
What's it called? Zeta had show, like
Yeah.
a event
Yes,
or
yeah,
whatever,
you were
talking
speaking
about
at that.
talking about joy or whatever,
Yeah.
and people were speaking or whatever, and it's people like you and like even what's called Ness really shared something about her, like her dad that passed and everything, and it was like proper emotional and all of this, and it's people like you guys that make me feel like maybe I'm the prick.
It's not a baby, but all right. All right. Let you land.
Hey,
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Loki,
Maybe. Maybe.
Loki, I am the prick. I'll have that. Yeah.
Why are you baby the friend?
But it makes me feel like maybe I'm the prick because remember I told you I came here. The reason why I even started speaking to my dad again was because of a J Hus bar, and he was like, "Oh, his dad died. They weren't really close, but it still feels like part of his soul's missing." And then it's like I have the arrogance to be like, "The nigga's there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna chat to you."
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like on one part there was a point in my life where I actually thought of like if this nigga died, it wouldn't mean anything to me because I don't speak to him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
But then I'm hearing this nigga say, this person break down about their father, this person speak about like their father or whatever. And I know that there's different relationships and even some people that may not have liked their father or may not have been close to their fathers and shit like that is gone. But I have the privilege that he's still about. I'm just not chatting to him. So now it makes me feel like, yo, am I the dickhead? But then on the flip side, it's like,
I don't think you're the dickhead. I don't think because I think I was listening to Emmy Speaks and I was talking to like someone about this. I think the parent has to be the adult in the room at all times, and it was his responsibility to cultivate a relationship with you and his kids. However you feel about him, it's because he didn't make any effort. So for you to have that detachment, I will put more so. Now you're an adult and you can make that connection, but it won't be the same as if you made it as if he made that connection growing up. Because now it's like I'm trying to make a connection, but we won't really have that connection together. So I don't think, not even that I'm defending you, but I will always be more so on the side of the kid because it's on the parent to always be the adult in the room, to cultivate that relationship. And for that relationship, whatever that relationship definitely is going to be, even if he was in your life and he was a prick. And if that was the relationship, and at least then you can make up your mind. But to be an adult now and to be like, am I a prick because I don't really feel this way about my father when your father also, you were a child.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done anything. He has whatever because I'm more passionate about this because I have a kid. And I know it's always on me to be the adult in the room. No matter, he might mess up, he might do things, I might not agree with him. And I will be emotional. But I always tell myself, you have to revert and be the adult in the room because that's your child.
I hear
so
you.
You have to be.
But my rebuttal to that is he has the privilege of dying.
What do you mean?
The person that is here is the person that deals with the pain, not the person that's dead.
Yeah.
So if I take it on me to be like, you have to be the adult in this situation, God forbid he passes, I'm the one stuck with that. Not him. So he has the privilege of, peace out, I'm going to go chill with the spirits.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is your feeling towards him isn't you being a prick because it wasn't on you.
It's not unjustified.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
maybe
what I'm saying.
Unjustified.
Maybe prick is the wrong word to use. Like obviously we're part of so we don't
Add some sauce, some Maggi.
But like it's one of those situations of selfishly, completely selfishly. I don't want to feel away after you die, because now after you die, I can't do anything about it. Like death is so final.
You can pod therapy, man.
Yeah, but you know it.
Let's let it out here.
You know there was what's called send a pot to do a pot to your father. Send a video to him.
If you was here, what would you say?
Hey, yo, dad, man, I miss you, man.
Sorry. No, I get that also that you will have to live with feelings that you may not want to live with, and if you don't have to live with those feelings, if you make that effort now, because you are an adult now, you cannot make the effort now. So I understand.
Because it's one of those situations like, even if, because I've seen people that have lost people that they were angry at.
Yeah.
And I'm angry because you're gone now.
Yeah.
And I can't even say fuck you because you're not here anymore. So is it that I need to say fuck you before you die?
Yeah. It gets to a point. It gets to the point where it is on you and how you want their relationship to be cultivated and remembered. It does get to that point also as an adult where you're like, you know what? This was the path my dad took, and this is where we are. What do I want from this relationship? I do understand. That is on you. I was just speaking about initially the way you feel about him up to this point.
Oh yeah. No, that's his fault.
That's not on you. Yeah.
No. That's 100% his fault.
Yeah. Well,
what else?
I think that's it.
Done and dusted, right?
Well, yeah. That's it. But I think that's
kid.
No, not right now. But I was gonna ask you before we actually are done and dusted is like, The question I didn't want to ask, but you're obviously creating in Ireland and you create from Cork. Yes. Do you feel
Why are you laughing? Guy.
It's not even about Cork this time.
Yeah,
it's just because I know how much he doesn't want to ask this question.
What do you... The landscape of music in Ireland. Yeah? Do you know, I felt like we're... Alright, end the pod. No, I'm not actually on opinion because a lot of people say we're very Dublin-centric.
Yeah.
The focus is very on Dublin, and we only look at Dublin artists, and we only rave about the blah 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 blah. What's the perspective like from you guys over there on the music around? Because you did. We'll get into that as well before we wrap up. You did festivals. You did EP,
Electric Picnic, Tree Stage.
Yeah. You did
Camden Square, London, 1,500 people.
Come on, you're doing these bits, yeah. And do you feel like because you're in Cork, you don't get maybe the love as if someone from Dublin was doing the similar things that they get?
My situation is a little bit different. And why I say that is because while Jafaris, Soleil, who else at the time, were doing their, what's the band that Tommy was in?
Super City.
Super City. While they were coming up doing their thing, I was in uni getting the micro degree. So I couldn't really focus on music like I wanted to. I've got my micro degree. I was doing my thing in Cork, making sure that my name resonated in Cork, in Limerick, so the same way that I'm constantly up and down in Dublin, I wasn't able to do that. Hence my face or name wasn't as known. Now that I'm done with the micro, now that I'm trying to focus on the music, I can do that. And hence I think the same way I was building my reputation in Cork, Limerick, I'm building my reputation up in Dublin. Number one, yes, it's annoying that I have to come down from Cork because you only care about the Dubliners, but at the same time, us in Cork, Limerick, the rest of the country have to build the scene within our various counties so that the entire Emerald Isle gets that glow up and we bounce off each other. I want the Dubliners to come down to what we're building down in Cork so that they can take off our audience. Yeah. And then the same thing there. And then when the Brits are coming along, it's like, oh shoot, these Dublin niggas are doing their shit. These Cork niggas are doing their shit. There's something in this country. How is the state of the scene? Look, it's not dead. It's not dead. I think the artists right now, they're taking their time to put the work into the music. Cello is definitely dropping next year. Officer will come back again. So don't need to worry about that. Salame, he's going to be dropping soon.
Salame Sundays, I actually forgot about those as well.
It's just with music, you got to build up experience. Then you have to take the time to write the music. Then the production, mixing, it just takes time.
Yeah, no, because that's the thing. I'm very, let's say, naive to this. Because I look at it as like, you guys will drop one or two songs like in a 6 month span or in a year span, and I'm like,
and then that's it.
And that's it, because I don't feel like you guys have that luxury to just be dropping once every 6 months.
No, we don't.
This is where you guys are in the window now to press it.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, when Cedric had that bit of momentum, he's jumping on features, jumping on stuff, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I feel like sometimes from the outside, again, I don't know what goes into putting in the music. Yeah. I'm doing all these caveats because I don't want people to pull up on me on Charlie's. But I feel like you guys, the artists, musicians, you're not doing enough. You're putting out one song a year and you're hoping that song blows up. And even if it does blow up, do you have things that are going to follow up that song? Because if you get that momentum, do you have something that's going to follow up? There's a lackadaisical approach from people that haven't been let's say, quote unquote, made it yet. And I don't understand that from a consumer.
I think it's finance. Like, again,
okay,
I'm working in pharma. My pharma 9-to-5 job is what's financing what I can do in music. So I have that luxury of kind of being consistent or building up a whole load of songs and then where I can drop.
Yeah.
If you don't have the type of job that I got, it's expensive. And I've got my recording stuff in my room. All I'm paying for is mixing, mastering, and maybe artwork here or there. And I kind of have in my own situation, I'm kind of set up where I can press on. If you have lacking money, it's kind of hard to go into the studio record. It's kind of hard to get the mixing and match because you want it to sound nice. You want it to compete with what's out there and compete against the Kendricks and J. Cole's. So you don't just want to put shit out there for the sake of putting shit out there.
Okay, but my question to you is, why bother dropping an EP? Why bother dropping albums and shit like that if you'd probably be better off dropping 10 singles across the year than dropping one EP or album that people are going to listen to
for
once,
week.
twice.
Absolutely.
And then that's it. You've dropped in February. We don't hear from you till August of the next year.
And also,
not you personally.
In general.
And the other part of it as well is like, if you wanted to, you would. You find a way.
You'll find a way. I guess
everybody finds a way at the end of the day.
Me personally, I'll just speak me personally in broader context. Me personally, the type of artist that I want to be, it's not single based. I want to be a an artist where you hear my story in the project. Now, thankfully enough, after this one, I have another one ready to go. The purpose of dropping the projects is to create that storyline. Obviously, now the type of age that we're living in, it would be more beneficial to drop it one song every month and then have that consistency.
Build up to the project.
There you go. Yeah. I have the luxury where I've done that. So for myself, I've done the singles. Now it's build the projects, show that you're an artist that can, do the rap shit, but show that you're an artist that can also give the emotion. Then mix that in together. My next project is doing the same thing. Then build an album where you can make bangers. So again, that's my match. I think for me, I've personally passed that stage, but anybody that's coming up, definitely your approach is the way to go. Yeah, because put the singles out.
Like, because we fuck with this guy, I'm going to use him as an example.
Go on.
Joe, right? Joe dropped Dublin, and then he dropped his Council Baby EP.
Council Estate Baby.
Council Estate Baby, Council Baby EP or whatever, and he's seemingly been quiet since then.
One drop, one song. I didn't.
Was that his first project? Can I ask? Was that his first project?
Yeah, Council Estate Baby was his first project. Yeah,
but like since then, we've heard from him once, and I don't even know if that's dropped or if it's just a snippet that dropped.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the full song or the snippet either. Yeah,
I would feel it would be easier, because I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why Joe's on our mind is because we use this song every week.
Yeah.
If we didn't use this song every week, I wouldn't think about Joe.
Yeah.
And I would rather every 3 months or so, you come out and you drop a little song.
Yeah.
And then after you dropped all the 4, give it to us in a package. Just package that as the EP, even though you've dropped the songs already. Package that as the EP, but you're constantly in our eyes. Because at the end of the day, right, this is an attention culture.
Yeah.
You're trying to get our attention for us to give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
After you dropped, like, look at Offset.
I agree with everything you're saying. It's a good game.
look at Offset now, right? Offset drop. After a point, we're like, okay, we need a project.
Yeah.
But you have made us care enough to the point that we actually want to drop a project.
Right.
People that we don't give a fuck about are dropping projects that if you come on the podcast, I might listen just because I want to ask you some questions. Outside of that, I'm not listening again.
Yeah.
Unless it's cold.
Yeah.
But
everything you're saying, me, I see it the way you see it. Like, as you're coming up and you're building up, keep us on attention, keep us in our mind. But because if you give us the whole package, pause, we will only listen to it that week of or when you're coming on the pod. But if you give us a song and I like that song, next week, okay, next time longer, listen to the Officer. Next time I listen to it and say, okay, I've given you 6 songs, 7 songs throughout the year, maybe this financial. By the end of the year, early next year, you guys take a project. And I'm like, okay.
And as well as that, yes, you're using that one song, but again, like you said, if you really wanted to, there's different ways. You could do a rap freestyle every month, put that up. Like,
what happens to freestyles?
You can be creative. You definitely can be, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit more, I'm just coming from the perspective of I understand, but it's not an excuse. Like you said, we're trying to grab the attention of people, constantly have something ready to go. And there's the lack of wisdom and understanding of, let me spread it out. Let me record every month or every 2 months.
But the thing is, what I find with artists is never a recording issue, because all of you guys have songs just hoarded that won't drop. A song that you recorded 2 years ago that you're just not going to drop.
They think it's shit.
But even if you think it's shit, right? Like, you still have such a massive catalog. At some point, just SoundCloud the shit.
I get it, because you guys put, like, you're talking about your story and people that had miscarriages and telling you your relationship with your parents. So it's because we say, despite us saying that we critique the art, not the person is within the art. So I understand musicians are very sensitive and they don't want to be criticized and they want, fair enough, because the analogy I was like, we record some podcast episodes that we think it's shit, we still put it out, and people continue. And
that's the mindset to have, because at the end of the day, if you really want to get through this, you got to put that shit out. You got to put
I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of episodes that Jordan knows, after I text, bro, that was shit, people are like, oh, that's our favorite episode.
It's the same thing.
And imagine the same with music. You remember, like,
the song that took me 2-3 minutes, that's the one that's a banger. The one that took me 2-3 hours or 2 days,
it's like people don't feel that. I think get out of that mindset.
You want to hear that shit?
Get out of that mindset, and I get it. Maybe it is different for musicians because you guys bury your heart and soul into it, and it is art, and you're talking about things that are personal to you. Fair enough. So it's hard for you to hear criticism on your music and not make it about you because you put your. Fair enough, but at the same time is put that shit out because
I agree.
Momentum needs to be built, and you need to be out there, and you need to be in people's faces, like they just said. Like, you just can't hold it unless You tell yourself, I'm not doing this to be big or famous. I'm doing this for myself. So once I record, I keep it. Unless you're honest with yourself and you say yourself.
But like, it goes back to what you say all the time. Life really is WWE. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the most important thing about all of this is marketing.
Marketing, yeah,
like,
sell the narrative.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
sell
the narrative.
Like, maybe we should become managers, man.
Okay.
Okay, right. No, because right. Once again, I'll use Joe. Right. I look at a Joe. Right, and he's got the rapper package.
Yeah.
Hands down.
The look,
He's got the look, the voice, the aesthetic.
He's the rapper.
He's the rapper
Epitome
guy.
of a rapper.
Bro, why aren't you? First of all, you can recycle bars.
Yeah.
If you do freestyles, you can recycle bars.
I've seen
Cheat code.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
You
just
can-
give it. But it's true. Yeah,
you
again.
can recycle the bars that are on your songs that you're still gonna drop as a song.
As a
later on.
rapper, you shouldn't do that. But anyway,
No, you should definitely do that. I've seen the game recycle the same bars for almost 10 years
The
now.
game is cold at rapping. It's a shame it's annoying.
Bro, cold rapper objectively. But if I see Joe right now, yeah, what I'm doing is, first of all, does Travis has two heads? Why is he in America rapping on fucking On the Radar? Why is he fucking in the UK with DJ AJ on the street rapping there? Why are they at all these different places doing all this different shit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So take your songs, forget about I know you want to become an album artist, whatever. Look at Doja Cat. She started with Bitch, I'm a Cow.
Oh my days.
As a troll.
And she put it out, and it went.
And she popped from that, and nobody took her seriously, but she popped.
Yeah.
And the minute she popped, she's like, okay, now I'm gonna show you niggas that I'm talented.
Yes.
Why?
But that's wisdom. See, here's a lot of people in this scene are not using wisdom, and
I'm telling you, Jordan, let's become managers, man.
And that's the thing is, before we say you're hoping to do this full time soon.
yes, so
What would help you what would have you take that leap to be like, let me go into this?
there's a couple of stuff that's popping up. One I can't talk about because I haven't signed anything, so we'll see. But what would help is the amount of money that I make in pharma, like the rap has to make that at the very least, because I've got responsibilities, wifey and mortgage. But for me right now, it's getting a manager that can. Right now, I'm talking to somebody who works for Tree. Column, you know. So it's him being my representative when these acts like 50 Cent or these big guys come along and be like, yo, I've got someone that's cold, you know? So number one, getting a manager that will represent me properly. Number two is just, I guess, just getting these gigs, these big gigs that I've been doing.
Can I be honest with you?
Go on.
Your marketing sucks.
My marketing sucks.
Yeah.
Go on. Why?
I don't really see you.
Do you look for me? You're not on Instagram like that.
Isn't that the point of marketing too?
But you're not on the social
I'm
media.
around. Trust me, I see things, and I don't see you.
Yeah, you actually don't see things.
Like once again, I don't.
Who has
like,
good marketing? Give me an example.
Travis Nelson.
Yeah, Travis does.
Like, because what's good? Like, what I say is right. I know you personally, and I still have to look for you. I don't know them, and I don't have to look for them.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? And that's why it's like I'll ask once again. Like, do you feel like you have the team and the execution around you? Even no. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, because you're my guy, and you know that it's a love thing.
I'm gonna ask Gabe. Go on, please go.
It seems like your artwork for this one isn't this the same artwork you used for your last one?
No,
it looks like it.
So there's 2 singles that I released from the project. So those are deviations of the artwork cover for the project. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But once again, like, it's just when I look at certain people's stuff, it just looks very clean, cut. Like, I just want to pay attention to that. And I feel like sometimes, no matter how good of a rapper you are, if that lacks, I kind of don't even want to click on your song.
100.
And it's certain shit like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, once again, we realize that the packaging of what is being packaged doesn't almost really matter that much. Is what's inside the package doesn't really matter as much as how pretty the package looks.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of rappers, they don't package as well as they could. Joe package is nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Council Baby, all of that stuff.
So what I'm gonna do, Joe, Travis Azell, I'm gonna study what they do, because right now I'm in a situation where I have the finance to do it, because I'm messing around. The last 2-3 years I've been looking at who within our scene and who outside does it very well, and I thought I was getting my stuff out there, but if you still haven't seen it, then we still need to go back to the board.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't seen a video colder than Blockbuster yet.
Yeah.
Or even
Jafaris,
to that level.
Go back to Jafaris's.
Maybe Jafaris.
Jafaris's.
Once again,
spectacular.
I'm telling you people now, don't take my opinion as gospel. I am not a music guy. I don't really pay attention to the Irish scene like that. Yeah. I am not that guy. So whatever I say, take with a pinch of salt. I don't know everything. I don't know anything. Matter of fact. So don't come and start shouting.
Me, I even won an award for my own, so I don't know. I'm taking. Yeah, I won an award for my one. So just FYI. I mean,
okay, but
yeah,
again,
like.
Did I know you won the award?
Yeah, you did 3 years ago.
Which award was that?
What was it? It was the. Was it Italy? It was Spain or Italy, one of them. So they had like a hip hop award, and you were like, "Oh, Matt, you said it like 3-4 years ago, and you were like, man's winning award now."
Oh, fair enough. but the thing is, I will say, me and Jordan's marketing, our marketing sucks too. Like, there's certain, like, okay,
I see your stuff, but is it because I'm close to you? But I see your stuff.
Yeah, but you know us. Like, once again, if I was taking podcast game whose marketing is beautiful, GTG. Fam, from the fucking magazines that they made, the rebrand, the photo shoots, their intro music.
When they're doing their podcast, make sure they look clean and nice and like. So
I'll take notes.
All of us rock up in tracksuits, but they make sure like. Not today. So that's why they're just doing tank tops.
Wow!
Don't make me back it up.
No, yeah, even. And I think Where's Your Head had good marketing, but obviously they initially you could have missed them at some point. You could have missed them. You saw their things on.
And is that because some of their stuff went viral? If some of their stuff didn't go viral, would you still have said that?
I would say.
Would you still say they have good?
I don't think it was as good as what I'm seeing. GTG before going viral. I still think they've marketed and packaged.
Actually, I disagree with you. I don't think Where's Your Head marketing was great.
I think it was good.
I think
it was very good.
I think
2 years ago
they were just authentic and their shit popped. But I don't. What was so great that they marketed?
Every time they had something on, they made you were like you were saying with him. He could have won an award, or he could have a new song. He could have. You're not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like every time they would throw an event to have something on or do something, whether it be a collaboration with a brand or etc. It was very visible 2 years ago. Like you couldn't miss them, and that wasn't the thing that like I wasn't friends with Tommy then. Like I'm friends with Tommy maybe in the last year or so. But every time they were on something, I would say, "Oh, you see Where's Your Head doing this? Oh, you see Where's Your Head doing this?" Do you remember that time?
Okay,
where it's like, do you see that retired? So
come
on.
Oh,
that's what I meant. But like,
happy birthday, Tommy!
Happy birthday, Tommy!
But I think that's it. That's all we. Do you have
before you go? Yes.
Yes.
Some artists shy away from this critique. Thank you for critique in terms of my presentation, putting me out there. But in critique in terms of the project. I want you to rate it. Tell me what I could have done better. Tell me what was all right or what was shit.
The question is, do you really want this?
When I was on Where Your Head at 3-4 years ago, I did the same thing. Yes, I wanted. At the end of the day, I think I can out-rap J. Cole. I personally think so.
Give it over, will you?
No.
As a rapper, you should think that.
I know you should think that. But I will defend J. Cole as my goat. The thing is, I don't think anybody can rap J. Cole. That's not even on you.
I hear that.
That's just anybody.
Kanye inspired J. Cole and Kendrick inspired my style of rap. So that's why it's anyway.
Okay.
But I said, right.
That's my critique. My critique was when I listen to you, it sounds like a concept of Kendrick's rap. Okay. And it doesn't sound like, it sounds like I've heard a way better version of this. And sometimes it's hard to connect with in that answer because I'm like, do you know when they always say like Kobe can't be the greatest because he looks like he's doing an impression of MJ.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't put him that up because obviously it's an all-time great. They don't put him as high as the others because Stephen A says you're not even the best in your position. You look like you're doing an impression of MJ, and it didn't really resonate with a lot more people because it's that we've seen this before. Okay. And even Kobe still did it at a high level. So when I listen to you, and I feel like I'm listening to a concept or an impersonation of Kendrick, but Kendrick is like super, super high level. So sometimes there's a lot to be desired because I'm like, I've heard this way better. So when you listen to this, sometimes like
it's a little version. Like,
let me just put on Kendrick. So, and I think that's like my number one critic. Sometimes like your subject matter and your conversations. Like I love talking. Your subject, and I can get into that. I can get into you talking about like the miscarriages, like all of this, and your forgiveness as the kid. I can get into because I texted you when I was getting here. I was like, yo, listening to this in the car, it felt a bit better listening to it because. I don't think your issue is your subject matter, per se. I think it comes more so. It sounds like a concept of music I've already listened to, and bringing it all together. Like I see the vision, but sometimes I feel like the execution isn't what I want it to.
So uniqueness. I need to sharpen on my interpretation or uniqueness of hip hop instead of trying to because you can hear the influence.
And because I
heard that on the last project.
Maybe because
I
listen to hip hop. Maybe if someone like that doesn't listen, don't have this same thinking of things. Like I feel like you could sharpen and you could be like, when I listen to, I'm just listening to a derivative of an artist that I've already listened to. So sometimes I'm like,
thank you, Grant.
I don't really. I can listen to this because they're coming on the pod, but outside of this, I might as well listen to Kendrick because he's the one I actually want to listen to.
Yeah.
That's my critique of it.
Thank you. Yeah. Did you even listen to it?
So you did. You listened before me.
I actually listened to it twice.
Yeah, listen to it before me.
What Jordan's saying about like I can hear the Kendrick influence. I think it was a child's prayer. Like it was. I could very much hear like like you said. I think the idea is there. I think the execution isn't the greatest.
Okay.
The thing about you that's weird is I know you can rap, but I don't think you make songs well.
Okay.
Like, remember when we're doing Wild 'N Out?
Yes.
And you and Salome were going back to back.
Yeah.
And I was like, you've gotten a lot better, like at the ability of rapping.
Right.
Like I actually think
you're saying that.
your EP with, was it Outsider?
Outsider YP, where I'm doing rapidly rap.
I think that's better than this.
Right. So that was preference. Okay, but let me go
like,
on.
But I don't know what it is. Like I feel like Jordan said, I think the idea is there.
Yeah.
And I know you can rap, but it's just missing somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
there's something left to be desired. I don't know what it is, and
that's up to me to find.
Yeah.
So
and sometimes people just have an thing that you just can't account for, and I think Travis has it. I've always said Travis is my style of rapping. He's arrogant. He's cocky.
Easy to listen to.
Rap, and
the flow makes him so easy to listen to.
And I think some people, whatever it is, you just have that thing that makes people. Cardi B, she's not the best rapper. Or even Glorilla.
Hey.
You know, she can.
She might be.
Trust me. I know, but I feel like Glorilla. That people they might not be the best rapper, but there's something about them that people want to hear.
Sorry.
And it's something you don't know what to do.
When did Glorilla get so good? Because she ain't been missing.
She improved.
Big GLO in the GLE.
But I think that's for me. I'll give it maybe like a 5 or a 6 because I felt like I'm saying, it's a concept of music I already like. Yeah. The rapping isn't bad. The subject matter, like J. Cole's my favorite rapper, so I'm not opposed to deep rap. Like one of the questions was gonna be about like which song was he talking about infidelity, but I said it's too obvious. Yeah. But so I'm not opposed to those topic matters. It's how you package it, because Kevin's Heart is a heavy song talking about infidelity and talking about this concept of cheat, but the way he just packages and the way he raps and he sounds like he's J. Cole. He doesn't sound like he's a rapper trying to do J. Cole kind of thing. Cool.
I don't know. The thing is, I genuinely couldn't tell you what it is. I think there's a disconnect because,
like you said, it factor, and again, honing down on what makes me unique or not a derivative of J. Cole and Kendrick.
Of your favorite artist.
Because like I said, that's Kanye is what made me. 50 Cent got me into rap.
Yeah, same.
Kanye influenced the style of rap. Same. J. Cole, Kendrick is what made me.
Just like me.
Just like
I told you. It's like you're 2 years ahead of me.
He's just like me.
Fam. Anyway, but say that to say, so I've heard that critique before. So that's why what you said is very, 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 very valid. In terms of uniqueness and the it factor, I guess. But I think it still kind of falls back into that. And I guess you know that first project that you heard of me. So there's two projects before this one that I did where it was to show, the first one to show that I can do rap. Then the project where I came at Tree at the Back, you made the same Kendrick comment, being like, yo, this sounds like something Kendrick Lamar. Mm-hmm. And now the same comment. So it's up to me now, again, to find that unique, because I have the ability to rap.
Yeah, no, you do.
You do.
Now it's to make bangers of songs.
Yeah.
So now that's
like
up to me.
even the car sitting that one you just
it's catchy. Yeah, it's catchy, which I understand.
Like, and I get it, maybe because you're a deep thinker and you want that to reflect. And you don't want it to be like a wishy-washy song. You want to be like, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm feeling. I'm going to put it in music.
But you fuck with Tangerine, because was it you? It wasn't maybe you, but yeah.
Maybe it was Dave or something. Only if you have that ability to put depth in a song and also make it seem like, yo.
I'm not gonna lie, your most memorable song to me is probably Kanye West.
I feel like Kanye, you see, but yeah, man.
You remember it
yeah,
though.
Man, it's like a Tales of an Irish Man.
Tales of Black Irish.
Black Irish, sorry, yeah. That's what we like.
I don't know, man. Like that's the thing. I don't know. There's some people I'm like, you can rap, but there's just something.
But then that's up to me to work on. So that's where again I can't. On my side, I got to be consistent. So this is my third LP EP. Now my fourth one. Grace of God, you guys are still here. But on my fourth one, if I come back, hopefully the critique is, yo, I can hear that unique sound.
Yeah.
You were making great songs.
Good or bad, yeah. Like, right or wrong. Cello sounds like he's cello. Officer sounds like his officer. Like even though they had influences and there's a uniqueness to them, and even to a point where it can actually be detrimental because to Cello's like, oh yeah, you've rapped about the Black and Irish thing. Yeah. We get it, that's you, but also do more. So, but there is still like when I put Cello on, I'm like, oh, he's not. I don't hear an impression of anybody.
Right.
I just hear him being him, and that's not. We're all inspired, and people could listen to this and be like, "Oh, Jordan just wants to be." And when I started, I didn't want to do like Flagrance and Brilliance. But my biggest compliment is when my friends listen to it, and like my friends that know me from 15, and they listen and say, "Oh, Jordan, it sounds like you just talking on the podcast." Yeah. And I feel like, okay, then I'm doing my thing. I'm not doing what Andrew's doing. I'm not doing what Charlotte.
You got in your own bag, and that unique selling point.
That's it.
Honestly,
so that's what I got to work on.
It might just go back to trying a bunch of different shit, but then not hoarding it.
I think I know. All right. The type of rap that people like of me, there's a plan that I need to do. So that's after this. So we'll see if that hits because I think I know what people want of me.
Look, this is the thing, we want you to win.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
However
you get there, I don't give a fuck. Just win.
Just win. So I gotta try. I gotta just throw shit at the wall and see what happens.
Yeah, and plus, I think like Jordan, like what's called, like John said when he was here when John was making emo music. When Jordan was making emo music. True. Right now, when I think it's probably the best time to figure yourself out when nobody
is watching.
But when you have the smallest eyes on you, and maybe one day we'll say we want that Kestine back.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be like, remember Kestine used to do Kendrick impression? Why did I do Kendrick impression? And then you look at us and look at this nigga. What's going on here?
But thank you. You guys have been a blessing on the scene. Yeah, shout out to Dave. Like, you're still part of this team.
Second most light skin.
Second most light skin. I generally hope you guys are still sticking around. But if not, thank you for all you've done so far. The content has been amazing.
Thank you.
I've been able to relate with Chi, like where your head at, amazing. But I've been able to relate with Chi more than
where is the difference in relatability? Let's just say, like, obviously those are my guys.
I think, like I said, you. I think it's you. Like, like I said, you like the same way that you did your leaving cert the second time. I did my leaving cert the second time. The same way that you've got a parent that's high up in the church. Like my dad's a pastor. The same way that you're the firstborn, I'm the firstborn.
I get it.
Like you and me are very related. Like
connectivity,
relatability.
Democrats, you should have went to podcast.
you actually said as well. 50 got you into rap as well.
50 got me into rap.
Even our musical influences.
Like that Kanye, that's why I love Lil Wayne because there was that same era Kanye.
Like even our musical influences. Like I think it, like obviously I fucked with you from back in the day.
Yeah, you knew before me even.
But again, what got me was like, hey, I really rock with this guy. And then the combination of it, like the podcast game is so interesting because I really compare it to like basketball. Like Demi, like I was on GTG, shout out to them. Like Demi's an amazing point guard in terms of like the purpose of a point guard is play the pace, flow.
Yeah, pace,
And then
dictate tempo.
Right? And then Roz comes in. She like and then even really like she's just so funny.
Yeah, really.
Like she's just intentionally funny.
Tell a whole story about how you caught your boyfriend
and you know
cheating, and she says, "What happened to the food?"
Right? But apart from that, like she adds that element of black and Irish. Like
that's what we had with Dave. I said it.
That's what we had with Dave.
With Dave as well. That
black and Irish. So I'm just like shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, and even Dongo, shout out to you. But grace of God, you guys are still sticking around. But thank you for all that you've done. Thank you.
Like genuinely, like I always say that we really do appreciate the support, and like I said, you're somebody that's been supporting me personally for years.
Only here today because of you.
That's
how much you mean. That's how much you mean.
Because I was like, Jordan, we're not recording next week, and he's like, I was gonna say that, and he's like, we're showing up tomorrow because it's Kestine. But like no, like genuinely, I can't tell you how much I actually really do appreciate the support.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Yeah. So what's the plan? So like you guys were saying that you're gonna drop something.
Yeah, we're still
like I'm assuming there's like a last show.
Okay. Let's end the pod and we'll tell you.
Anyways, if you made it to the end of this pod today and you didn't like anything that we said, well, you can
charge it.
Bang bang.
Thank you for listening.
Bless lads.